Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Do do. Rusty's in the building. What's up, Jimmy? What's up? Coolie's in the building. What's up, y'all? Welcome into the stream, y'all. How y'all feeling today? Or Alexa, welcome in. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all welcome into the stream. Make sure y'all are tapping the screen like crazy. Share out the live with a few people. We're going to get into a handful of songs today. I'll be on for maybe 3 hours or so. So, Garg is welcome in as well. It's Asterix. Oh, okay. Did you change your name again? Michael's in the building. What's up, Michael? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Appreciate you being in here. Michael, welcome in. Justin's in the building. Shane is in the building. What's up, Shane? Good to see you, man. I appreciate you hopping in. I got you. Vibraze, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Y'all keep tapping the screen. Share out the live with a few people. Michael, thank you so much for tapping into the stream today. We're going to get into some music here in just a little bit. 300 follows almost in 3 days. Let's go. Congrats. That's amazing. Let me double check a few things as we're getting things flowing here. But if y'all are coming in for the first time too, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you make music, what kind of music you make, so on and so on. Thoughts on Red Sun? I'm not familiar. If based on the fact you said forever ago, probably not. Knowing how long it's been, I highly doubt it. I usually keep it for a couple weeks. Wubsy's in the building. What's up, Wubsy? So if it's been months and months, then definitely not. Ireland, welcome in, Michael. Thank you. I'm so glad you joined, man. I'm so glad. They released their debut LP last week. Signed to Wax. Bodega, let's go. Joining for the first time from the UK, play bass in a rock band called A Dirty Soul. Let's go. Is that Jack playing bass? Welcome in, man. Let me see. Well, let me see, Shane. When was it? Let me know when it was. Let me see. I'll check. If it's been a long time, I just can't remember. There's no way for me to keep track of all of the different giveaways and stuff like that. So I can see what I got for you. I am a dungeon synth artist. Do you want to play one of my tracks? Is it Vines? Vines, thank you so much for jumping in as well. I appreciate you being here. Troublemaker, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, we're going to listen to some music here in just a minute. We're going to get some things flowing here. Let me just double check a few things. I hope everyone, we got a Wubsy on the purple app. I hope everyone is well, sending love and positive energy to everyone. I appreciate you, Wubsy. I appreciate that a lot. Troublemaker from Ohio's in the building. Welcome in from Ohio. I appreciate you tapping in. Yeah. Let me double check a few things here. Shane, let me look at this for you. Because I think in my mind, it's so hard for me to keep track of everything. I'm thinking it's like months and months ago, but if it was fairly recent, I should still have you. So let me just double check. Let me see. Y'all keep tapping the screen. Let's try to get it to 2,000 likes. We're going to get started with some music here in just a moment. I'll explain the whole live stream here in just a few moments. In the meantime, if y'all do want to check anything out as far as submitting for a consultation and stuff like that, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through all the details there. I'll be on for about 3 hours today. All right, let me see. Noah, they are long form consultations. I'll explain everything. Raphael, thanks for the follow. I'll explain everything in just a minute. I'm just gonna get a couple things rolling here, and then we'll get some things moving. Michael, thank you so much for the follow as well. Michael said, my cousin released a track on Spotify, Home Anthony McGuire. Let's go. What kind of music does he make? I'm a band from Indonesia who has made an EP on streaming platforms. Congrats on the release. How long has the release been out? Folk, okay, beautiful, dude. I love it. Are they? They're doing everything themselves, producing everything themselves. Morik's in the building. Thank you so much for tapping in. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get a couple things updated here. Yeah. Jenna's in the building. November. Let's go. Beautiful. So it's been out for just like 2 months now, right? Ish. Dream more, think less. Thanks for tapping in, Jenna. It's good to see you. I got a little bit of a tickle. A little bit of a tickle in my throat here. Can't let that happen. We're playing 80s synthwave. That's my jam. That's my favorite stuff. I got a whole bunch of synths. I mean, I say a whole bunch, and a whole bunch means a lot to means different things for different people. I got like 13 synths in here. I love synths. It's my favorite instrument. I've been playing piano since I was 6 years old. So like 80s synthwave style is like, Time Cop 1983, Kavinsky, stuff like that. So that's my jam. Some of my favorite stuff to make, some of my favorite stuff to listen to. I'm sorry to hear that, Jenna. Synth pop, hell yeah. He only has Matthew Arnold, welcome in. He only has the one track as he's only been singing a year, but very proud of him. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like New Order, the Human League, etc. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I'm Italian. We'll start to post with an EP. It's wrong. It's wrong is the name of the EP. D Busy's in the building. Whoops, he said synths mentioned. At least we're not in the middle of a consultation, because when people start talking synths, we go off the rails really quickly here. I love synths. I love them. I love them. I love them. Wait, hold on. This is like I'm gonna move this. What's wrong then? Leo or Lee, right? Yeah. What are you asking is wrong? No, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that. Blue's in the building. What's up, Blue? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me double check a few things here. Y'all keep tapping the screen like crazy. Share out the live with a few people. Libby gonna be jealous of your love for synth. That's what's so crazy, Wubsy, is I love synths that much and I still love her more. That's what's so crazy, Wubsy. That's what's so crazy. All right, let me see. I'm checking for Shane here. I'm doing pretty good, baby. I appreciate you hopping in. Is it wrong to start to post? Is it wrong to start to post with like 6 tracks? No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. You could just waterfall it if you want to. Just have them release as a cohesive project, 5 or 6 records at the end of like 6 months. Post a song once every week or once every month until the album is complete, or like the EP is complete at the end of those 6 months. You can do a waterfall release on platforms. It's a good way to do that. You have a month to promote each song. You're not promoting the project itself, because most people don't care about projects until you're big. To an extent, you'll have a core fan base that's going to like that you have a project, so that's good. You can keep marketing that. And then, obviously, as you get a little bit more traction and movement down the road, it can be beneficial to have projects. Those are kind of staple milestones in your music career that people can go back to and kind of see how you've grown and, listen to your story and stuff like that. But I would still release them and promote them individually. Yo, sorry for that. The allergies are really getting me. Okay, Shane, I gotta focus. Shane would have wanted 10 to believe. I'm not seeing anything on here right now, Shane. Let me see. Do you remember when it was? Sounds good. I'll be on for a couple hours. I'm glad to hear that, Jenna. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I mean, the allergies are so bad here. I'm just constantly dealing with stuff. So like now I got like a little tickle in my throat and stuff like that. No. Westfall's in the building. Yeah. Let me double check it. Let me get everything refreshed here. Boom. Yeah. You're good to go. Yeah, I'm not seeing something. I probably cleared it last week or something, because I had to go back through a bunch of old ones that were like 3 or 4 weeks ago, to keep everything current on my end. Okay, Lokes, let me get you up on the board. I got you. Even though I know that's that too. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me get this line updated. And let me get, is it for Westfall? Dude, Wubsy, it is unbelievable. I literally had someone reach out to me last night. Someone who's in our community reach out last night because they heard me on the live last night, because it gets worse at night. My allergies get really worse. They get really worse. They get really bad at night. Like during the day, like I'll be like, okay, right? Like and I have bad allergies right now and I'm stuffed and it's whatever. But, once nightfall happens, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And so I had someone who came into the live stream last night, and they were like, bro, like they sent me like a long DM, like, dude, are you good? I think you might have like a horrible sinus infection. And I'm like, no, this is just Texas allergies. Texas allergies. The cedar affects me from November through February, and then it clears up and I'm fine and I'm ready to go. I just got to do all kinds of stuff to keep it at bay, but it's just brutal here. This is one of the most, every year, San Antonio is like top 3 worst allergy cities in the nation. It's really brutal. Do you collect vinyl? I do not collect vinyl, but I would love to. I just don't have a player right now. Well, actually, I do. I have this old console back here behind me. You can't see it. I just have like some gear on it and stuff, some storage in it. I have a gear actually a console behind me that has an old tube radio. It's got an old 8-track, and it has an old vinyl player in there, but the vinyl player doesn't work. The deck doesn't work, and I haven't had the capacity to look at fixing it up and resoldering some things. So I've just kind of let it. I'll probably just end up selling it. I just don't have the capacity to do something with it. But it's a really cool old console from like the 60s. It's really nice. We are, let's see, Crest is in the building. We're a band. We play bluegrass. Beautiful. I love it. Danny JBM, thanks for tapping in. Okay, let's get into the stream. We got things to do. We got places to go. We got people to see. We got music to listen to. Let's get into some music. So if you have never been here before, let's dive into the details. Wubsy said, head above water kicks my allergies into eyes, water, sniffles. Yeah, it does. It has that effect. It has that effect, Wubsy. If y'all have never been here before, welcome to Track Talk. Welcome to the family. I'm so glad that y'all are here. Welcome into the live stream, especially if you've been here for the first time. What we do here are 20 to 30 minute long form, multiple listen consultations of the structure of your music. So we are going to listen to your song for 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to go through it 2-3 different times, chop through the details, get into the mix and master, production elements, sound design, lyric and song structure. This is not a quick review. This is not a trash or pass. There is no ratings. There are no polls. This is a long form, detailed analysis of the structure of your music. Like I've mentioned before, I'm not going through these fast. I'm not going to listen for 5 minutes and then Casper, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm not going to listen for 5 minutes and tell you to get a better mix and have better energy, bro, and then move on. D Busy, got you. I appreciate you, man. This is going to be and then Bynes, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that a lot as well. This is going to be a detailed analysis of what you're doing. For those of you who don't know, my name is Torvik. I'm a full-time audio engineer, producer, and session musician. That is what I do for a living. I've done that for 13 plus years. I'm also a classically trained pianist. So the structure of what we do here is pointed in that direction. I am not here to roast you. I'm not here to trash you. I'm not here to tear you down and stroke my own ego. I am not here to hype you up or give you exposure. That's just, if that happens, fantastic. I don't mind. That's not the priority of the live stream. The priority is just to really dig into the details of what you're doing, offer specific, professional, and actionable feedback on the structure of your music. If that would be interesting to you, if that would be helpful to you, then go to my profile, click on the link, and read through and follow all the details. If you want to check the line, you can find it on the Red app. Just go and you can use your imagination. YT. Go to the Red app. You'll see all the details that you need right there. Sounds good, Blue. Sounds good. And then Blue, I'm going to get you up there. Let me double check a few things. Let's get this updated. Let me get D Busy up on the board. D Busy, I got your... Of course, yeah, absolutely no genre bias here at all. We're going to be going to, let me double check a few things here. Let me get D Busy up on the board. Excuse me. Again, all these allergies, I'm going to try not to do it in the mic, but this mic is sensitive as hell. So I have no choice. I need like muted. I need like an emergency mute when I'm clearing my throat and stuff because it's a nightmare. And this mic picks up everything. Scott, thank you so much for tapping in. Sounds good, Blue. I appreciate you. Sounds good, Crest. Sounds good. D Busy, I got you up there. We got a fairly busy line already, especially because I have some artists from last night's live that are coming in, so I got them up on the board as well. Blue, welcome over to the Red app. Bubsy said I come here for the lashings. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Let's double check. It's so much better, Blue, but we won't tell them. We can't tell them. TikTok gets insecure. The platform, not y'all. Not the people. TikTok gets insecure if you talk about anything else. So it's like, yeah, the audio, the visuals, it's a different world. But we're going to get into some music, y'all. So once again, if you would like to submit for one of the consultations that we do here, if you want someone to spend 20 to 30 minutes digging into the structure of your song, digging into the details of what you're doing creatively, then go to my profile, click on the link. You'll see all the details you need. If you're on the Red app, go to the description for the live stream. If you're on the Purple app, type ! Submit right there in the chat, and you'll see everything that you need. All right, let's get this updated. Let's see. Busy, I got you. Westfall, I got you. Charismatic, I got you. And then let me go ahead. Excuse me. Blue, let me get you up there as well. No. Yeah. I'm going to get you in the same, from what you sent in yesterday, I'm going to put you in the same space as everyone else there. Is that okay, Blue? Deb is in the building. What's up, Deb? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hold on. Hey. Osama, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you being here. Okay, let's see. Blue, I got you. D, I got you. I got you, D. Sorry if y'all can hear the like dryer going in the background too. All right, y'all. We're gonna dive into some music. Let me get all these in order. Okay, perfect. No vocals today. I got you. Another production. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you said that earlier. D Busy, Westfall, Blue, I got you. MC Charismatic, Jotun, a couple years, Mikhail, Kev, Monty, and 24 Leak. You're up on the board, ready to go. Once again, if you want to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and read through and follow all the details there. If you want to check the line, they're on the red or purple app. Use your imagination. Hop on over there. You'll see everything that you need. You can even just keep it open if you would like to just keep the chat open on that page as well. But let's get into some music. It's time. Let's dive in, yo. Let's dive in. We're going to kick it off with D Busy. I think I'm just waiting for, oh wait, no, that's, let me go back to the inbox here. There's D Busy, beautiful. All right, this is D Busy. I wrote and produced it. No AI in the music. The vocal no AI in the music. The vocal demo is AI from me singing the melody and lyrics. I'm also singing background vocals. Okay, and then are you Whispering Trees? Welcome in. Good to see you. I appreciate you being here. We are also going to, let me just double check here. Let me get this downloaded. Are you going to end up replacing it? Penny's in the building. Beautiful. Penny's in the building. Smithy in here. Welcome in, y'all. Keep tapping the screen. Share out the live. Don't forget to send in your heart me for the day. Appreciate y'all hopping in the live. It really does help out. Def, thank you for the heart me. Jonathan, thank you for the football. Sorry, I'm missing things. The notifications are just now popping up for me. Thank you for the football helmet. Deb, thank you for the heart me. Deb, thank you for the dolphin. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are going crazy. Why am I only getting the notifications now? What the hell? Hold on. Did I miss anything else? No, I don't think I did. Thank you so much for the gifts. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate that so much. Whispering Trees, go to my profile and click on the red app. Go to the red app. You can see the line. It's always up there. I don't like telling people exactly what it is because by the time I say that and y'all hear it, there could be two other people that came in and other things that are moved around. D Busy, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. And then people are like, well, I sent this or whatever. And then they get upset because someone else had already sent something else. And I try to update it as often as I can. But yeah, so go to my, Annie, welcome in. It's good to see you. Go to my profile. You can click over on the red app, YT, and you'll see all the details right there. But we just hopped on not too long ago. So we've got, I don't know, 10 people on the line, something like that. So not too great. Well, for some of y'all who know how it can get here, we got like 10 people in. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna move at a good pace today. I'm gonna try to, ADHD willing. Let's get into the music. We got D Busy in the building. If you don't know D Busy, this is a powerhouse producer. Sounds good, Annie. Sounds good. I appreciate you being here, even if it's in the background. D Busy is a powerhouse producer. He's an incredible musician and composer. He's a great writer. Really, 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 really talented. Let me just update a few things here before I get this updated. We're gonna have an I'll be lurking. Got you, Westville. Sorry, I'm getting everything organized on the line right now because I'm getting other people in from yesterday that are coming back in, and I'm trying to get everything organized. Okay, so Westfall, I have yours and I have your email. You're updated. D Busy, I've got yours. I've got your email downloaded right now. Let me get all these updated really quick. I got to get everything in the right order that it's coming in into because sometimes it's hard to keep track of the order. So I'm trying to get everything in in the order that I'm getting them in. Okay. Yeah, I got yours earlier, Westfall. Got to keep that updated. Johnny's in the building. Welcome in, Johnny. Okay, so D Busy, I got you downloaded. Let me get Westfall downloaded. Boom, got you downloaded. I know it's a lot. MC, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you for that. I know. It's a lot to keep track of. But at the same time, it's also a lot to keep track of other people. I need like a virtual assistant that just like organizes everything. Switch to YouTube from TikTok. Crest, thank you for jumping over here. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being here. All right, y'all, let's dive in. I'm going to try to get through these at a good pace so that we're not waiting around too long. So let me see. Jaya, I got yours as well. Crestfall and I have your email. Let's get things rolling. Sounds good. Larry, appreciate you tapping in as well. Thank you for joining. Sounds good, Jenna. Sounds good. All right, let me get these in order. Westfall, you're up. I've got you downloaded. Hold on. Let's get these rolling in order. Hey. That way we're not waiting around too long, no matter who's in here. Okay, let's run it. Okay, Westfall, give me the details. I just want to say thank you for looking at my song. Of course, is it Leanne, right? I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you tapping back in. Absolutely, anytime. Ivory Lightning, welcome in. Yeah, give me all the details, Westfall, because I know this is your new band, right? And this is pretty fresh for you. So give me details, give me context. Let me know what I'm listening to.
So afraid of everything in front of me. I can't take the pain of my reality. The walls closing on me when I'm awake.
Because that's not your voice.
I try to run away, but every time I'm scared to end.
It's us recorded on FL. The drums need some work. Got you.
A couple heart-shaped bullets that read my name.
Have I heard an early version of this song? Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
I can't go to sleep, but I still can't get the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I remember your hook. Let's go. Let's go. And Westfall's the name of the band, right? Because I know you as Love and Christian, so I'm just trying to make sure I connect. Westfall is the name of the new band. Now I'm welcome in. Beautiful. Trying to keep track. Got you, Bucko. Got you. Sorry, I wasn't able to respond last night. Yeah, a little earlier. Go to the link in the description. There's a link in the description. Just follow the steps there. Just make sure you read through everything. I really like the melodies, man. Really like the melodies. Yeah, Crest, to go to there's a link in the description for the live stream. Just follow that link. I think it's the same link you sent the email through. Just make sure you read through it all there. Yeah, this is really nice. Y'all show some love. That's the family, Westfall, right here in the chat. Show some love to Westfall. Let's get straight into it. We're gonna run it from the top, and we're gonna get into the details here. Right off the back, the first thing that I want y'all to focus on is just separation, right? Even before y'all are getting into, like you said, there's still some things that need work. There's still some things that need to be opened up. They need to be a little bit more vibrant, right? And so you already need to work on production or percussion structure. It's not out. Yeah, this is just a demo. Just a demo so far. Let me get back to, where did it go? Hold on. Can't stay away. It's nice. I like the feel of this track a lot. I've heard an early version of the song a lot. Yeah, it's just, you can have them send you the file, Blue. You can have them send in the file. I don't like doing that just because people have their own, they're in control of their music. I'm not sending anyone's music out. But reach out to them. Reach out to them if they want to hear a demo or something like that. Reach out to a Westfall over on TikTok. And maybe they can send you something out. Okay, let's get into it, man. I'm excited to dive into this. So you already have some things you need to wake up on, but one of the things I want you to prioritize is separation. Right now, all of the noise, all of the layers, all of the double tracks is all coming at you kind of from right here. Now there is some stereo. Beautiful, got you. There is some stereo information, of course, like you do have some of that in there, but percussion, double track of the guitars, vocal layers and stuff, they're all kind of coming within this like 40-point block right here in the middle. And I would love to open that up a little bit more vibrantly to give you some spacing, give you some distinction, and give you some separation between all of these elements. Whispering Trees, I think I actually just saw your notification. Boom, I got you. Beautiful. Let me get you up on the board. But y'all, please show some love to Westfall. Let me get Whispering Trees. It's your theme song. Whispering Trees, I got you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, just a quick reminder, if you want to submit, of course, you definitely can. Go to my profile, click on the link. You'll see all the details you need there. If you're on the purple app, type exclamation point submit in the chat. If you're on the red app, just go to the description of the live stream. You'll see the same link there. Please just read through and follow all the steps. You can check the line on the red or purple app. All those details are right there. All right, let's... Crest, I got you. Crest, yours just came in too, so let me get you up there as well. I appreciate you so much. Crest, have I heard your music before? Let me know. The name is actually seeming kind of familiar, but if I haven't heard it before, let me know. I appreciate that. Let me get that. Body stay away, I can't stay away. I don't even know the lyrics. I'm just making up lyrics, but it's a very good melody. It's very catchy. Very, very catchy. All right, let's dive in. We're going to run it from the top. This is As Above, So Below by Westfall. Let's dive into it. Let's get into some of the details here. Metin, welcome in as well. Good to see you.
I'm so afraid of everything in front of me. I can't take the pain of my reality. The walls closing on me when I'm awake.
Julian, welcome in. Yeah, I mean, it's good melodic. Dun, 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 dun. Like the melody structure here is really consistent and it's really sharp. Like honestly, great job building up the structure for these early verses. I think it sounds fantastic. Right now, we can polish vocal structure as you get deeper into the mix, finalizing drums, guitar positioning, and stuff like that. I do think you can balance these vocals a little bit better, of course, when you get deeper into the mix, and you can also, of course, polish manual corrections for that vocal a little bit better to where those melodies are really smooth and really, really locked in and cohesive as far as like pitch structure goes, rhythm structure and stuff goes. Because everything like vocally, lyric wise and stuff, I feel like is pretty engaging. I just want to make sure that it's as consistent as possible going through the structure. But there's a lot to like about these early melodies. It immediately feels catchy. As soon as you get in the dun 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 dun, it immediately feels really, really attractive and really, really catchy.
I try to run away, but every time
Great structure there too. The repetition of the dun, dun, run away, dun, 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 going back into that melodic structure to me, very, very polished. I like that a lot. Tarantino's in the building. What's up, Tarantino? Welcome in.
I'm scared to aim. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, not today. A couple.
And another thing that I would do too, again, we're going to dive into like a couple pre-mix things, right? So things to kind of look for. If you're going to tune this heavily, this is like a, 10 to 15 millisecond retune speed, I'm assuming, on this particular vocal right here. On this particular vocal, Crest, I got you. So I was talking to you earlier. Crest, you might not have been in here. I was asking if I'd heard your music before. I got you up on the board. You should be good to go, ready to go. But I was asking if I'd heard your music before. The name seems familiar, but I'm not sure if I've heard it before. I'm excited you're here. One of the things that I would do on a song like this, especially if you're going to tune that quickly, if you're going to have like anywhere from 0 to 20 millisecond retune speed, that's gonna catch your notes, those semitones, pretty quickly. I would automate off. I would do some automation on the autotune to automate off of the autotune when you're gonna be talking. Because in this case, you hear just like the modulation trying to catch. Like you hear the tuning trying to grab the spoken notes as they like go down in vocal register, and it makes it sound a little bit more unpolished. It makes it sound a little bit more rough on the around the edges there. And I would love to polish that up just a little bit. And the easiest way to do that would be to keep all of your production the same, like all of your compression and your vocal production, your EQs and stuff like that the same, and automate on and off your auto tune based on when you're talking or singing. That way, when he does that lower register and he's not on a note, nothing's trying to grab it and pitch it to a note. You know what I mean? Nothing's trying to like hang on to it and force it into a scale. It sounds a little bit more natural. So when he finishes his line here, I really like it. Like I like the way that it sounds, but the auto tune's kind of yanking it out. And so I'm starting to hear tuning more than I'm even hearing what he's saying there.
Can't do it. No, not today.
Like right there. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, not today. That little pocket right there. That's where I want to polish. That's where I want to smooth that out. And automation is going to be one of the best ways for you to do that, or just slowing down your retune speed overall. Thank you for the heartbeat. I appreciate it so much. Wubsy, I don't know if I missed yours too, or busy, but thank you so much for that explosion. I appreciate it. Tarantino, hope you're doing amazing today. Welcome in.
I can't do it. I can't do it. No, not today. A couple heart-shaped bullets that read my name.
Hope you're surviving the cold explosion. And then on these backgrounds, fake me. Those I would love to double track and have those as like a stack that comes in, and that's going to be separate from like a powerful lead, right? So dun, 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 and keep that wide. K9, welcome in. Thank you for tapping into the stream. Have that double tracked on either side, so those are nice and wide, and those carry almost like a chord, like pedal tones, chords on the outside of the structure of the mix, and then your lead vocal does whatever it does in the middle, opening that up just a little bit. I think because his background ad-libs are in the same place as his lead vocals, they just end up kind of stepping on each other's toes a little bit, and like I mentioned earlier, you lose separation, you lose like distinction and clarity between all of the different elements. So being able to kind of weed through that a little bit and like get these vocals out to the side, do a double track right there, so his vocals on either side with a bunch of reverb and stuff, and then you have a punchier lead vocal in the middle, is going to help separate the mix a little bit and get things feeling a bit wider, a little bit more open, and not like as many of these layers are stepping on each other's toes here.
Somewhere my tides can fall, gouge out my eyes, take this knife, send me off.
Let's go, Life. I like that.
I keep running from everything I've become. I can't go to sleep, but I still
Good build.
can't get the fuck
Like beautiful introduction right there. Great move into the fry scream. Like all of that's really consistent. All of that sounds great. Same thing here. Now I just want to dun 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 dun, like off like the 7 on the guitar right there. Beautiful. The riff itself is great. The tone itself is great. We just need a double track. Like that's going to be really typical in this genre. Either we need to chorus really wide and keep things, you know, really open and stereo, or we need to double track that guitar. I would prefer to double track that guitar and just shift it to the outside. So track 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and get it nice and open. Sent you a video of the recap from the AGT in person. Dude, yes. Oh, I can't wait to check it out, man. I can't wait to check it out. So excited. Yeah, get a double track of that guitar on that riff left and right. Get that nice and open, get it wide, especially because right now a lot of these are just positioned in mono. We need to start to now just open up the mix, because what you want to, Westfall, is just to see what you need in the mix. And if everything's kind of coming at you right here and it's kind of all hitting you in the middle of the mix, it can be hard to even know like what you have, what needs to be taken away, what's too busy, what needs to be added once you separate it. So as you're building in production elements and layers of drums and guitars, vocal stacks and stuff like that, start to position them already. Start to get them where they need to be in the mix, and kind of mix as you go and get things moving as you go. Because that's, to me, is one of the best ways to ensure that you understand what needs to happen in a mix. If you just kind of toss a bunch of things in there and you just have, 15 tracks all centered close to mono and you just kind of dump them all in there and like hope for the best later, once you start to separate some things out, you're going to realize how much mud and how many different elements are kind of stepping on each other's toes, from a frequency standpoint, from a positioning standpoint, so on and so on. Big Ace, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you a lot. So I would start to separate these things out. Don't wait till the engineer. Don't wait like on your early premixes and demos and stuff like that. Start to position, start to balance already. So, like actually we have a great double track rhythm guitar here, but it would be nice to have like a chorus to lead to kind of fill out the top end, so on and so on. Or like, man, we actually have like 3 synths there and only 2 of them really need to be there. We don't need the third one. It's not doing anything in the mix once we separate it. Starting to position is going to help you out a lot there. All right, let's keep it going. I would also, from your vocal, so you have this great, like a lot of tension, a lot of grip behind your vocal and that higher, the higher range that you have there. Awesome. Keep all that, like the texture, the character, all of that's great. I like that. And even the parts that feel slightly out of control, like, I like that, a little bit more raw. And it needs to be mixed, right? It needs to be warmed up. It needs to be balanced. Right now it's very bright. It's very open. And I think we can balance that a little bit better. But underneath it would be nice for it to be carried by something a little bit more consistent, right? So it would be nice to even just have like a smooth, even you'll hear this in a lot of like alternative rock and punk rock and like modern progressive metal and stuff like that, where the layers to the vocal are really smooth and clean. But the lead is where you're carrying a lot of your tension. There might be layers to that lead, like fry screams and stuff like that are giving you more tension. But a lot of the underlying vocals are very like smooth and balanced. They're just giving you like a support system that feels very stable, so that your vocal can be a bit more imperfect. And I think that's really valuable, especially in this genre. So I would, like underneath here, like underneath here, just, like have like a low, I don't know the lyrics obviously, but like a low octave under there that just feels very smooth, very pointed, very like easy, right? This allows you to do more ad-libs. It allows you to float away with some fry. It allows you to have some more like screams and layers in there because the foundation's super, super solid. All right, those to me are like the main things. Let me skip into the outro here. Those to me, or let me get into your verse maybe a little bit here, but those to me are the biggest things. I hope that's clarifying and hopefully that's helpful.
You dream of it to call love, and I found out I'm not enough. I just can't get back to the place that I belong.
Riley, welcome in. Get those outside.
On the failures that were broken, oh, I just wish that I didn't have to be alone.
Outside double track. Like I really like the dynamics of the transitions here. They're really, really strong. So to me, it's just like consistency and execution for everything else. Consistency in tuning structure, automating off where you need to if it's going to be a little bit more spoken, so you're not catching the tuning and it just sounds kind of funky, right? You have this like a spoken word that's like bending notes between like a C and a D for no reason. The automation there is going to be really key to make sure that sounds as like transparent as possible. The manual stuff as well is going to be a big part of that. But then outside of that, yeah, it's just positioning. Positioning to me is the biggest thing so that you can make sure you know what's in your mix and you know where things need to be, what needs to be additive and what needs to be subtracted. Otherwise, the main structure of this is really, really nice. I like it a lot. And then, like I said, supportive layers for the hook, I think to me would be a big deal in making this feel really sharp and really powerful. Because right now this vocal's lonely in the mix. It's a pretty solid, like powerful lead vocal, but it's a little bit lonely in the mix. It's kind of on an island there against what once it's mixed should be a really powerful wide production with a lot of energy behind it. And so I want to make sure that vocal doesn't stand alone, that it either has like a double to it, it's got some layers to it, it's got a foundation of layers that carry the main melody, stuff like that. I love these harmonies on the outro here too. I want to hear something real quick. It could be nice to have those harmonies filtered in the background too. Like just having like that little extra texture in the background filtered down with a bunch of reverb. You can still keep that lead over the top, but it could be nice to have like some familiarity to these harmonies. So it doesn't feel too out of place. It feels like there's a little bit of a consistent structure underneath it. Beyond the rest of this though, man, I think the main structure of this production is really, really nice. It's really, really good. Y'all show some love to Westfall in the chat. If you're in the chat on any of these platforms, I need you to go show some love and support to, we have Crestfallen and Westfall. I'm going to get confused. We got Crestfallen and Westfall. Westfall, go show some love to Westfall. That's one of the family. We know Westfall and then some of the members of the band. Just really, really talented writers, musicians, and vocalists. So I'm excited for you, man, to push this forward. This is your first time doing it in this structure, right? As a band in this particular group of people. So I'm excited for you to build this out a little bit more. I'm excited for you to like position and balance and polish some of this because I think the main structure of it, like the main energy and aesthetic of the song, I think is fantastic. I think it's really, really well done. I think it's very commercially viable. I think it just comes down to you knowing what's in the mix and where and how you're positioning everything. Because it's a great track. Y'all, please show some love to Westfall. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Be coming. What time are you on until? I'll be on for like another 2 to 2.5 hours. I'm not going to be on for very long. I've just got so much going on. Tons and tons of stuff going on today, tomorrow, all the time, constantly. It never ends. So I'll be on for like 2.5 hours today. And then I won't be on at all tomorrow for sure. I'll be busy all day tomorrow. So I won't be on. And I don't think I'll be on Sunday. I'm not positive, but I don't think so. We got Crestfallen in the building. Once again, if y'all would like to submit your music, go to my profile, click on the link, just read through and follow all the details. If y'all are over on TikTok, definitely make sure y'all are tapping the screen, share out the live with a few people. It really does help out the live stream as well as the Heart Me really does help out as well. Kaysen, thank you so much for hopping in. I appreciate you being here. So share out the live with some people. Make sure y'all are tapping the screen. We'll keep going through the music. We got Crestfallen in the building. Crestfallen, hop in the chat. Just let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're here so I make sure I don't listen without you. I never want to listen without y'all. Let's see, Whispering Trees, I've got you in there as well. Let me just make sure I've got you. I don't think I have you in the right spot. Give me a sec. I do not have you in the right spot. So you need to go after blue. Beautiful. So catchy, man. It really is a great melody. It really is a great melody. All right, let me give it a minute because I know there's a little bit of a delay on the other platform as well. Okay, let's see who we got. D Busy, let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know if you're in the chat. Ooh, don't do that. Or maybe we still do. So let's see. I'm not seeing Busy. Blue, hop in the chat. Blue, let me know if you're here. D Beam's in the building. What's up, D Beam? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, you as well, DTSK. Good to see you tapping in. I appreciate you being here. Okay, no, you're good. You're good, Blue. No worries at all. Thank you for the heartbeat, DTSK. I appreciate you. All right, let's see who else we got. Whispering Trees, hop in the chat. Take your time, Blue. You're good. Whispering Trees, hop in the chat. Let me know if you're here. Sounds good, Blue. No worries. Joe's in the building. What's up, Joe? What's up, man? I hope you're doing fabulous today. Hope you're doing fantastic. Crest, D Busy, Blue, Whispering Trees. I'm not seeing any of the people at the top. Kimura's in the building. What's up, Kimura? Welcome in, welcome in. Shoot me a DM on IG. Shoot me a DM on IG. There's D Busy. All right, let's run it. We're not wasting any time. Let's get into it. I am not wasting any time. This is okay. Got you. We got AI vocals that are going to be replaced. They're going to be replaced with real vocals here in the very near future. But the music you're about to hear is completely all D Busy, and I can vouch. D Busy's the real deal. All right, this is BWTLO. Let's get into it. Absolutely. Is it Samdu or Semdu? Semdo? Let me know. I want to make sure I get your name right. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, if anybody wants to submit, I got time for a few more songs. So go to my profile, click on the link, and you'll see everything that you need right there. Sounds good, Blue. I got you. Go to my profile, click on the link. I know I hear synths right off the bat. This is BWTLO by D Busy right here in the chat. Let's dive in, man. Let's dive in. And let me know, D Busy, if there's anything in particular I can help with. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all yours. Your hands weigh everything in me. I'll keep you coming. Heartbeats louder than the sound. Every move so emotional. I don't need to sit up.
Let's go, Busy.
Let the room go quiet. Let the world disappear.
Hey.
Every time I pull me closer, I don't wanna be clear. I think it's better with the lights off.
Hey.
It's better with the lights off. I think it's better with
It's funky. That bass synth is nasty. Bow, bow,
It's
bow.
better with the lights off.
Uh.
I think it's better with the lights off. I think it's better with the lights
Yeah, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the steps. And then if you want to check the line, it's over on the red or purple app.
Skin on evidence. There is just a confidence. Nips tracing memories. I don't need nobody.
Love that.
Shadows that tell me where to go. Every touch already know.
That low bass is nasty. Now you're good, Blue.
You decide to feel you more.
Hey.
Let the walk disappear.
Hey. Hey. Come on, Busy.
I don't wanna be there. I think it's better with the lights off. I think it's better with the lights off.
It's a vibe, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Better with the lights off. I think it's better. I think it's better with the lights off.
Why do I want some like talk box back here? You know what I'm saying? Oh. I want like some like nasty little like talk box fillers in there. Woo. It's groovy, man. Let's go. Welcome in. Monet, welcome in. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you being here. Woo. Y'all, give it up on top for D Busy. Show some love to D Busy. 100%. Yeah, it's not like the best idea structurally, but creatively, I like it. You know what I mean? Like, I think you would have to sacrifice a couple things. I think you would have to sacrifice. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that a lot. You would have to sacrifice a couple lead elements in there. Some of those like signed leads or something in order to get you know what I mean? Like to get like some talk box in there, some like vocoding or something. You would have to sacrifice one or two elements to make sure there's space for it. One thing you could do is like just bring it in at the end right here, like. You know what I mean? Like you could bring in some little funky stuff here at the end, just as like a filler for the outro. But you definitely don't have to. But I do love that kind of like funky, you know, mid '90s texture of having like a talk box and some extra energy in there. But it is already a pretty busy production, no pun intended. So don't feel any pressure to do something like that. But y'all, please show some love to the family. D Busy, the producer, phenomenal producer, great musician, great writer and composer. What you just heard right here is all him. Those vocals are going to be replaced. But that is all his production, all his sound design. So show some crazy love. He's wild. You go follow him. Show some love to his stuff. He's amazing. I see a couple of people asking about submissions. If anybody would like to submit your music for a 30-minute consultation, a deep dive into the details and the structure of your music, 20 to 30 minutes usually, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details. You can check the line on the red or purple app if you want to see the line, the order, the minimums, and where you're at. But let's get into it. BWTLO by D Busy. Let's run it from the top. Let's get into the details. Crazy. You're a monster. You're a monster. So good. Yeah, if you want to submit, anybody who wants to submit, everything's in order. We got a bunch of people aligned. So if you want to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details right there. And then just check the line. You can always skip. You can go faster if you want to. There's no pressure to, but you're able to. So if you want to, just make sure you check the line over on the red app, YT. All right, let's get it. I can't wait. I know this is early, right? These aren't even the right vocals. This is early. I can't wait for this to be mixed because that early introduction of that synth and the bass that comes in the middle that kind of supports it and grounds it. I can't wait for that to be mixed because it's such a good riff, such a good movement right there. I want to wake it up. It's such a good introduction to the song. Beautiful. DTSK. Got you. I got you. I'll get back to that as soon as I can. Nasty. Woo.
Sorry, I'm busy.
And the sorry I'm busy is always just classic, man. You have a great tag. You got a great tag.
Midnight, leaking through the blinds. You see the weirdest blowing things to my mind. No need to rush, no need to speed.
Go to my, if you want to see the line, go to my profile and click on the link, and then you can go to either the red or purple app. YT is the red app. Use your imagination. And then the T app, the purple app, you can see the line over there. That's like the full live stream, the full structure there. I'm gonna keep the line up all the time so you can check order minimum and stuff like that. But I appreciate. Is it Mikhail? I appreciate you hopping in. Thank you so much for tapping in.
Your hands weigh everything in me. Heartbeats harder than the sound. Every move so emotional. I don't need to sit up.
Beautiful. You're doing a great job on the low end bass lines of creating some movement and some walk ups, right? Like these like fifth walk ups and stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Like this great movement as you kind of popcorn around with some of the bass lines right there, but always grounding it to the root of the progression. Like you do a really good job of like its movement. It flows around a little bit. It floats around, the progression does, but it always like grounds itself back to that root note. So you always feel the progression, especially, and this is unmixed too. You're always going to feel that progression because it feels really, really tight. Great job, man. It's well done. I don't know. I hear a lot of people, especially, you're not amateur in any way, but a lot of people that are more amateur producers where they're trying to create movement and they're trying to create walk-ups, but there's no balance between the walk on the bass and grounding it to the progression so it still feels really sharp and pointed and really cohesive with the rest of the instrumentation. You do a great job of creating movement and creating walk-ups and walk-downs with the bass, some nuance and intrigue in the progression while still keeping it grounded to the root note, like still keeping it always falls back down to something that feels very grounded and really familiar, which is fantastic. It's really, really well done. Yeah, of course, if anyone wants to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details.
I feel when the darkness falls. Let the moon go quiet. Let the world disappear. Every time I want
good dynamics too. I'm gonna hear it right before.
I don't need to sit up. I feel when the darkness falls. Let the moon go quiet.
It could be nice. I'm gonna throw out a couple ideas just because we're here, right? We're here and we're listening to it. So I'm gonna toss out some ideas. I love, first and foremost, I love this lower dynamic right here where you filter down to just that metallic synthy bass underneath. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Love the movement underneath. I think it's fabulous, right? So this whole filtered out drums, it's got a little like almost the movement of the filter gives it this like wah too. It's beautiful. I love the resonance there. It's fantastic. And the bass line there is, I think, is awesome, like we already said. I would love to give it like a little more energy, slightly, just like the first like 4 bars before that, or like 4 measures before that, so that you get a little bit of a boost in energy before it drops down to that, so it like matters a little bit more when you go there. So like even like, let me bring this up here. Ferdy's in the building. As long as I have access to it, so you can send Spotify, you can send SoundCloud, you can send, a drive file, a Dropbox, an MP3, a wave, something like MP3 or wave. As long as I have access to it, then we're fine. But if I don't want to have to spend 10 minutes like making sure you gave me access to a drive file and I can't pull it up and whatever. So yeah, as long as I don't really care, as long as I have access to it, I'll listen to whatever you got. Most people send in unreleased stuff. Obviously, there's going to be a chunk of people that send released stuff, but a lot of people send stuff that still needs some work. So like all of this, are you talking about where to send it? If you want to send in, go to my profile and click on the link, and then you'll see all the details right there. Just read through and follow all of the steps. We'll get you up on the board. So I would like to, so let me back this up just a little bit here. Your hands weigh everything in me. Heartbeats harder than the sound. Every move so emotional. I don't need to sit up. I feel when the darkness falls. Okay, so one thing that I think would be interesting to hear. So going off of like this like A minor 7, right? You get this nice openness here. A beautiful kind of walk in between. The movement of the bass I think is awesome. It'd be cool to hear dun dun. So on the G sharp, maybe I'm gonna throw out some ideas and then you can edit from here, right? As far as like ideas go, like something on the G that's like bending it, so you get a little bit of like portamento or like wheel bend off the G sharp or something like that. That sits kind of in the middle right there. It could be kind of short decay, kind of plucky with a little bit of a bend, maybe enough sustain to kind of bend into it a little bit. Like a little bit of movement right here that sits just below this whole thing, because that's going to give you the seventh. It's going to give, if you do the G sharp, that gives you the seventh to the A that you already have with the bass. It gives you the fifth to the C sharp minor. So you already have that in the bass as well. So I think that the G sharp would be like an interesting note in there. Let me back it up a little bit. And then just to give you like a little stair step of energy right before you pull all the energy out. So it feels like it's got a little bit more dynamic range.
Yeah, I'm all yours. Your hands make everything in me.
Right here.
Heartbeats louder than the sound. Driving you slow motion down. I don't need a
Yeah, exactly. Like a nice slow portamento right there. Like a little choppy thing in there. You could even honestly, you could even do like some kind of find a vocal sample that bends. This is another interesting idea. Find a vocal sample where you hear the lead vocal bend into a note. Oh, something like that. And then you just chop that. Oh. You know what I mean? Like you could find, I'm like self-sampling right now. You find like a bend in a vocal, maybe even her vocal. I mean, this is another sick production thing to do. Find one of her vocal layers that has a bend leading into the note, and then just chop it down and create a little bit of a chop right there, and just like play it on the pad. You know what I mean? Something interesting. But I like keeping something on the G sharp because it gives you just a little step of energy, a little step of like dynamics right there before you empty everything out. And out. They can kind of let everything ride right here. Welcome back, Blue.
Every time I pull me closer, I don't wanna be clear. I think it's better with the lights off.
Love all of this. Keep this where it's at. Beautiful.
I think it's better with the lights off. Woo! I think it's better with the lights off.
The more I think about it, if you could use her vocal in it, if you could use her vocal as the chop in there, I think it would be nasty. Just filter it out. Change the shape and everything of it, like do it kind of nasty. But the more that I think about it, I would like take one of her vocal runs or something like that and use it as a sample. I think that'd be sick, even more so than, if a synth would be cool too, or a layer or combination. But using her own vocal would be nasty. All right, whenever you actually track it, of course. Yeah. I'm just saying, with D Busy, this is not about like correcting things, right? Like for those of you who know D Busy, this is not about like fix this, correct this. This is an issue. I just want to get D Busy's wheels spinning. That's my only purpose here. Is like I just want to get your creative juices flowing. I want to get your wheels spinning so that you go and turn on the DAW and start lighting it up again. That is the role that I play with D Busy. It's just like, hey, dude, you're crushing it. Let me see if I can just get some creative ideas out there and guide it a little bit. But you're a beast, man. It's so good. This hook is nasty too. Hook is absolutely disgusting. I can't wait to get the final tracking and recording and final movement on here. It's beautiful. Let's get into the second verse. I want to see if we can do the same idea on the second verse here. So let me see. Keep me updated. Keep me updated. Let me know where you're at with it when you get the vocals on it. I'd be down to give it a shot, man. 100%. Okay, sounds good. Ferdy, I'll double check here in just a second. I appreciate you. Okay, so when the drums come in, right? So let off. Like you bring that texture back in there on the B section here. Ferdy, let me know if you followed all the steps. That's the only way that I'll know. Yeah. So thank you for the follow, Ferdy. I appreciate it. So what you need to do is go to my profile, click on the link, and click on Track Talk Submission. If you click on Track Talk Submission, read through and follow. I don't have any of the stuff from you except a contact form, which is different. That's just like the contact form for my company. Make sure that you go through. Yeah, but that's the contact form for just like reaching out to us for services. If you want to submit to the live stream, go to Track Talk Submission. Click on you'll click on it says like submit here or something like that. Okay, Mikhail, I'll double check in a second. Freebird, I appreciate you. I appreciate a lot. And to you as well. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's like 60 again today. That's, well, welcome to Texas. It was, 18 degrees 4 days ago, and it's already like 58 again. It's just ridiculous here. Yeah, you can bring in those stacks again, going back into the B section of the verse just to give it some texture, give it some energy right there. I think it'll be amazing. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, 60 is brutal. It's brutal.
I think it's better with the lights off. I think it's better with the lights off.
Absolutely any genre, any level of preparedness. All that we're gonna hear, already have heard a little bit of everything. It's gonna be all over the place. Oh, you hear in the background? So your bass walk, right? So you have a, you already hear that. You hear the G sharp on the upper part of your bass line. It's perfect. Okay, look, on the upper side of your bass line here. On the 2 and the 3 and you already have a G sharp that's getting hit by the upper sequence of your bass line. So the upper sequence of your bass line, you already have a G sharp on like the 2 and the 3 and or something like that. So if you add in the stutter again on your tag here, it would be perfect because you already have the G sharp hitting on the 2 and 2 and. So if we back it up here, it's better with the lights on. You have the structure right there. You could bring that tag back in like you already have here on the outro, and then bring that sample of her vocal back in as well once that happens. So and that keeps you, that makes it more of a part of the production structure. Oh, let's go, Freddie. I love it. Just came to say hi. I hope everyone has a great day. You as well, Freebird Tay. I appreciate you so much. Nova's in the building. What's up, Nova? Thank you so much for tapping in. It's good to see you in here. Freebird Tay, thank you for the You're Awesome and the High Bear as well. I appreciate you for the gifts. Excuse me. Let me get to the end of this, and I'm going to update the line. I have someone who sent in as well, so I want to make sure I get everything. I want to get everything in the right place. Okay, let me double check this outro. But yeah, I think to me it's just like that little introduction of more energy makes your first hooks more dramatic, dynamic range wise, and then it allows you to have one additional element that you add in the production at the end that's not like a talk box that like interrupts your leads, because I do agree it will get busy, it'll get noisy even before a mix. It'll get busy, it'll get noisy, and it'll be difficult to like hear and distinguish the different things that are going on. But if you add the dun dun, that's still like a part of back in the production, right? That's not too forward. You can kind of just tuck it into the structure of the music. It'll feel like a little bit more cohesive that way. This guy said, my music is AI. He was wrong. And now I'm at 1 million streams and a record deal. So avoid, wait, which guy said that? Mine is started. Let's go. I think I already answered that, Ferdy. Let's go. Lights on. Okay, let me double check this real quick. Let me get this updated. Let's see, Mikhail, I think I got you. Time Mind's in the building. What's up, Time Mind? Lights on. It's so catchy, dude. I can't wait for you to build this out. Mikhail, I got you. Lights on. Some say his mustache has a boost at AK. That's actually true. This mustache helps with sibilance. Oh, you said that. You're the guy. I don't remember, dude. I listen to so much music on here. Lights on. I will say though that having streams doesn't mitigate it being AI, but I don't remember. I listen to so much music. Let me see. I'm not going to remember all the exact names of everyone coming through. Lights on. Nah. But Ferdy, you gotta follow the steps. If you don't follow the steps, then I can't get you where you want to be. So definitely make sure that you follow the steps. You reached out through the contact form on the website, but you got to go through Track Talk Submission. Otherwise, I won't be able to pull it up. Okay, let me update here real quick. But y'all, please show some love. Show some love to D Busy. Go back to. I'm always learning. Everyone should always be learning. I feel like you're like fighting nothing right now, crying, laughing. I know you came in. You came in with some weird energy, but I feel like you're fighting someone who's not fighting back. I will 100% keep learning. Everybody here should 100% keep learning. And getting a record deal does not mitigate it being AI. I don't know. I literally don't remember you. I don't remember your music. So I'm not sure. So I don't remember that it was AI or not AI or anything. I don't care. I don't necessarily like that doesn't really make a difference to me. But it definitely doesn't mitigate it getting a record deal. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. All right, let me just double check here. I want to make sure I get all this stuff moving. But man, one more time for D Busy, y'all. One more time for D Busy. Show some love to the family. Let me get Mikhail up on the board. D Busy's amazing. If you haven't already checked out what he's doing and been a part of his journey, you absolutely need to. That's an amazing, amazing composer and producer right there. Great writer. Senko Music. Good to see you, man. We got the family in here. No, I do know that. There are AI artists that have record deals, AI producers that have record deals. So that doesn't mitigate it, and I do know. All right, let me see. In fact, a lot of the labels and libraries themselves are creating their own AI artists to give them record deals in order to take losses on their taxes. It happens all the time. It's actually pretty prevalent right now. All right, let me. They're like you'll see some headline of like a $1 million record deal for an AI artist. It's literally just a loss on their taxes because it's not going to anyone. It's going to the generators, which is just a loss because they're not making money back on it because most of the publishers are blocking AI. But either way, I don't know who you are, man. I don't care. I don't care if you use AI. I don't really care what's going on. Good morning. I'm gonna send a hybrid AI one shortly. Okay, got you, Senko. I think that's we have another one on here. I think is gonna be the same. Yeah, I'm not for anyone who's been here longer than like 2 days. I'm not an AI hater or anything like that. All right, let me see. Okay, Mikhail, I got you up there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Lights on. Yay. You just keep saying this. I don't care, dude. You're fighting with a wall. I don't care what you do. I literally do not care what you do. Ferdy, you've got to submit through the process. If you do, I will get you up on the board, but you haven't, so I won't. All right, let me see. You gotta follow the process just like everybody else. Lights on. Oh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Let me see. Lights on. Okay, hold on, y'all. So Mikhail. Let me get this in the right spot. Whispering trees. Let's see. Blue is back in here. Let me get all of this updated really quick. The update with the screen recording. I'm hyped for you, man. I'm hyped for you. It's so catchy. Yeah, I agree. D Busy's the truth. Amazing. Okay, let me keep everything in order here. I want to keep everything moving. All right, let's see. So I think Crestfallen. Let me know if you're back. Blue, I see you too. Let me know if Crestfallen is back. I should have everything current right now. And then let me see. Crestfallen, Blue, Whispering Trees, Mikhail, I got you on there. I'm still not seeing Crest, so let's do Blue. Are you back officially? You back for a minute? With the lights on. Dude, that's it's like annoyingly catchy. Lights on. Oh, don't do that. Let me know. I know Blue's kind of in and out, so I'm going to try to keep things moving at a at a good pace. Oh, the right song. Hey. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. Okay, moving on. Whispering Trees, let me know if you're back. Whispering Trees, let me know if you are back in here as well. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, so Mikhail, let me know if you're in the chat. Let's keep it moving. Revandalize. Welcome in. Let's keep it flowing. All right, Mikhail, we're running it. I'm not waiting around. This is Code Blue by Mikhail. I'm a jazz artist / producer. I wanted to share the experience and get feedback. Let's go. I'm excited. Let's dive in. Let's run it. Jenya, appreciate you hopping in. Mikhail, give me all of the details. Talk me through the mix. Talk to me through production. Is this your production? You said you're a jazz musician, so I'm interested to hear that. Talk to me about production structure, the role that you play in your music, and the role that anyone else might play in your music, so we can get some context. Let's dive in. And if anyone wants to submit, I'm going to be on for like another hour and a half, probably not a whole lot. Another hour and a half or so. So if you would like to submit, I would do it now. I'm going to go ahead and update the line here really quick based on how many I've got in here. And some of the people are just, they ghosted for a second. They came in, submitted or skipped, and then I didn't see them. So I'm going to update that. So please, if you want to submit, just check the line, check the order and minimums, and then we'll keep it going. All right. This is Code Blue by Mikhail. Let's dive in. My production, I'm the keyboardist. I have a crew with live drummer and sax. Ooh, let's go. Selena, welcome in. I love me some sax. It is one of my goals this year by the spring, if I can. I've got some instruments I need to sell, and I want to buy an alto sax, and I really want to teach myself sax really bad. Really, really bad. Because I make a lot of 80s synthwave and stuff, like the Midnight Style, Strike, stuff like that. I really want to learn sax. I really, really want to learn sax. Selena, yeah, I can send you can send in their music. Just check the line first over on the red or purple app, and then just go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow the details there, and we can get you up on the board. Brother is the bass player. Beautiful. Nice little panning on the roads in the background there. That's nice. It's tiny and smooth. What are you playing the Rhodes on? Is it like an SV1 or a Nord or something, or do you actually have a Rhodes? Like a Stage 73? It's vibey. Stage 73? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, all the details are at that link. All the details, there's even like an FAQ and stuff like that. But yeah, it starts at 10. Actually, right now it's, sorry, really quick. I want to back this up and get into this transition so we can listen with more focus. Yeah, all the details are there at the profile and the link. Just read through all those details. There's an FAQ as well. And then beyond that, there's a TOS as well. So if you have more and more questions, hopefully we can answer them all there as well. But right now, we only have a couple songs left. I got to get off a little bit earlier today. So there's a couple songs left. So right now it's a 15 minimum. But I'm still looking for Crestfall, and they came in earlier and they were at the top. And then I haven't seen them, but they're supposed to be next. But yeah, all the details are there. If anybody wants to send, go to my profile, click on the link, just read through and follow all the details there, and we'll get you there. Vontae, welcome in. Yeah, profile, click on the link, and just make sure y'all check the line. The line's over on the red app, so you can see the order, the minimums, all that stuff. I almost forgot Emil on trumpet. He would, yeah, like make sure you call them all out. Yeah, it's a beautiful tone. It's a beautiful tone on the Rhodes too. You get that nice little bit of overdrive from the preamp. It's nice and phased. You get the nice little pan and yeah, the vibrato in there naturally too. Just beautiful. I love that feel. It's really nice. And it's like a 12/8, right? Like the groove is dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's like a 12/8 signature. Yeah, it's a nice move because you get enough of the pocket in 8 or a quick 4, right? You get enough of the pocket in 8 that it feels like really grounding. Like it feels really familiar, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're in like a 6, right? Like you hop off the rails for a second and you're back into it. It's like just enough of the pocket in the 8 that feels like really consistent and really grounded, and then it kind of pulls you out for a second, then you're back into it. I like it. It's fun. The 12/8 gives it like a really interesting groove. That little Hammond in the background, is that a B3? Or is that just more attack on the Rhodes? Synth unlocked. Okay, got you. I think what I'm hearing is the Rhodes, the movement right there. Go to my profile, click on the link, and read through all the details right there. But check the line first on the Red app. YT. Check the line over there first. No, you're already on. The Red app is just YT. I just can't say it on TikTok because TikTok's really strict with saying other platform names. So right now, you're on the Purple app. You're on the Purple app. It starts with a T. The Red app starts with a YT. It's just the other platforms that we're streaming on. I just can't say them because TikTok's weird. But it's the same stream on the Red and the Purple. Same on the Red and the Purple. I'm going to be honest. Actually, I haven't updated this. We probably have like 3 or 4 left. I only have about an hour and a half left of me, so probably about 3 more songs. So I'm going to bring it back down to 3. Yeah, probably about 3. But yeah, excuse me. The line is always up. Grady, it's good to see you as well. I appreciate you tapping in. But yeah, you don't. If you're already on the Purple app, you don't have to go to the Red app unless you get ads and you want to get out of the ads. Lots of tension, lots of dissonance. How was all of this recorded? Was this tracked individually, or was it kind of multi-tracked live? Kind of seems multi-tracked. Both and then overdubbed, probably, right? You tracked everything live, multi-tracked live, and then overdub. Some cleaning and riveting. Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. That's definitely what I'm hearing. Okay, y'all show some love. Show some love. Mikhail, this is awesome. I mean, it's very, very interesting. The structure is very, very engaging. There's lots of dissonance. There's lots of tension. You're getting a lot of seconds in here. You're getting a lot of you're getting a lot of tension and really, really like interesting, like intriguing chord structure, all of this. Cause it's like a good balance between like being kind of chaotic and noisy. I think partially intentionally, kind of chaotic and noisy, but then also having a couple moments of like grounding, cleaner progression that definitely cleans it up a bit. Pastime, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's run it from the top. Like I mentioned before, I love the 12/8. I want to talk about like a couple little mix things just really, really briefly. Music on all platforms. Y'all please show some love to Mikhail. Show some love to Mikhail. Really, really well done. They're very talented individuals. This is amazing. Pastime, thank you for tapping in, man. I appreciate you being here. Show some love to Mikhail. Let's run it from the top. Let's run it from the top. Let me look it up on Spotify. Is this song out on Spotify or is it unreleased? Yeah, that's actually the one thing I was mentioning the mix. That's the one thing I was actually going to mention. So don't run too far yet. Thank you for the heartbeat pastime. Thank you for the love you so much. I appreciate it. Let me see. Mikhail. Yeah. Is that the name? Is the artist name Mikhail? Spelled like that? Just so I can pull it up real quick. Okay, cool. I just want to see the. Hey. Let's see. There we go. Mikhail Giovanni. Phase 1, the album, right? Okay, cool. Beautiful. Max, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I got a couple songs left, y'all, like 2 or 3 songs left. If you want to submit, go to my profile, but I would request that you check the line first over on the Red or Purple app. It will show you the minimums, the order, and stuff like that. Let me see. Why isn't it taking me to your artist page? There we go. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, let's get into it. Mikhail, because what is not in question at all, and I love this too, because I played piano since I was 6 years old. I played piano for 26 years. So I love hearing the tension built through the progressions, through the walk-ups on the bass, the rhythm matching and the sync that's happening. This is one of the things that I like about, like, jazz and fusion and stuff like that, is the controlled chaos that is the music, right? Where it's like, we're going to kind of float away for a second and then bam, and we're back. And then we're going to float away a little bit and then bum, 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 and then we're back, right? It's this controlled chaos that really floats things around while still feeling interesting and somewhat grounded. So I like that a lot. I like a lot of the progressions and the movements that y'all have. It's very, very difficult to do and to gain clarity. I do want to talk about the mix very lightly, because I think what is not in question at all is skill, talent, structure. Like, y'all are awesome. Y'all are really, really good at what you do. The mix to me is going to be one of your pain points to this getting to as many people as possible. And that to me is where I want to hone in just a little bit. Let me know really quick too, Mikhail, how y'all handled the mix process. You said you multi-tracked a little bit, you revised and dubbed a little bit, which is typical, very, very typical. I do a lot of work as a session musician. That happens a lot, where we're like, there's a project that I did in Atlanta a couple years ago where we tracked everything live. We did like a live recording of everything and multi-tracked it. And then when we all went home across different parts of the nation, we overdubbed a lot of it on the other side too. So that's very typical. So that's, I can appreciate what y'all are doing there. And then how was the mix handled after that point? So like after y'all multi-tracked in studio, home, I'm not sure. Let me know. How was the rest of that? Okay, we made our best attempt in mixing it ourselves. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Ashley, welcome in. Grady, let me see. Let me double check really quick. Oh, Senko, I got you as well. Senko, let me get you up on the board. I'm going to get them on in order. Did I see them here? I love when we get a Senko track. It's been too long since we've gotten a Senko track. Track hasn't been mastered at all. Okay, beautiful. So let's get into some balancing things, some positioning things before we hit mastering. That to me is going to be huge. Okay, then let me get Grady. Let's see, Grady, I've got your email. Give me a sec. And I think, let me double check really quick. And then Grady, yours is the initial CR, right? I always got to double check. Caden's in the building. What's up? Okay, purple. What am I saying? Wait, blue. Okay, got you. I was like, wait, who am I? What's up, Lily? Welcome in. Good to see you. Kaden, we've been all right. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, welcome back, Blue. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, let me get all this updated here really quick too. I hope you're doing fantastic, Kaden. Did you move within the city, within the state, or did you go crazy? Did you go crazy and you went somewhere wild? All right, let me get that updated. Let me get Grady. Got you. I think everything should be in order, y'all. These are our final three tracks. Final three tracks. I'm gonna get through these in the sounds good, Blue. Sounds good. I know you've been a little bit in and out. Okay, let's go. Let's go, man. That's great. That's great. I love it. Okay, let's go. We got actually, Mikhail, we have a really, really good person in this chat right now, Senko Music, who works with some of the like most talented and prolific musicians, like jazz and fusion musicians in the Bay Area around. Like we're talking Grammy winning and Grammy nominated musicians. So this is a great person to have in the chat right now that kind of understands this this structure and this format really, really well. This is someone I would definitely, Senko Music, you see him right here in the chat. This is someone I would follow. This is someone I would go check out. Daydreaming and Kodachrome. Goodness, I gotta pull it up. I'm sorry. I gotta pull it up. I got you, Blue. I got you. Yeah, I know you've been in and out, so I've been going back and forth to make sure whoever's here. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear the potential y'all have, right? This is why this matters, and this is why the mix matters. Let's see. You'll hear some of their work here in a second. Ooh, Daydreaming and Kodachrome is something else. Why isn't it popping up? Do. Is it still on platforms, Senko? Why is nothing popping up? Hold on. Why is it so difficult for me? Yeah. That's what I was looking up. There we go. I don't know why it was not popping up. Okay. This is to me, this is why, and again, this, Senko Music, right? This is Derek Senna right here in the chat. He is an incredible curator of music, an incredible actual producer. So when I talk about producer, I mean someone who themselves is a musician, but also is a really, really talented builder of music, finding the right musicians, the right aesthetic, the right mood, the right vibe, the right instruments, the right curation of music. This is someone who is just one of the best. He's so talented. But this is what he does. You'll appreciate the keys. Huh. Come on, dude. Come on. It's just it's so beautiful. It's so polished. It's so gorgeous to listen to. I want you to like this is like Grammy winning stuff. So I want you to give yeah, Shaylee. Is it Shaylee? 100%. Yeah. It depends on what you're looking for. I can definitely help you in any capacity. If you're needing session musicians, you're needing an engineer, you're needing a producer for the records you're working on, shoot me a message. Yeah, shoot me a message on here or look up Torvik Music on Instagram. Shoot me a message over there. You can reach out through the contact form at obsidiankey.com, which is at my link tree as well. But yeah, these musicians and the mix is the thing I want to focus on, is so beautifully, I mean, perfectly structured. It's just spotless. It's so amazing. So I wanted to just like, sometimes it's good to just like show the North Star and then be like, this is where we can go. Not that you have to have that. It's a slightly different, you're a little bit more funk and fusion on your side. But just to show the warmth that comes with a really vibrant open mix. So, okay, let's get into a code blue here. And let's dive in. We'll move it at a good pace. Like I said, I got time for about, I think, 2 more songs after this. Two or 3 more songs. Wait, hold on. What's going on? Check. What's going on here? Check. There we go. I was like, wait, why is it coming out of one side? All right. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Let me update it first because I don't want anyone to submit at a place that I don't have time for. So I do need to update this. Give me a second. Boom. Okay. The line is updated. So 1, 2. Yeah, line is updated. If y'all do want to submit, just please go check the line first on the Red app, YT. Go check the line there that you can see the order, the minimum, and how many songs that we have left, because I do want to make sure that that's consistent. And so that people don't submit when I know I don't have time to hear them. I'm trying to keep that updated over the course of the live as well. And then just go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details there. All right, this is Code Blue, so I want to get into some mixed details here just really briefly. Roads is it's so warm. I would love to. I don't have room for any. I'm actually like actively getting rid of stuff in here. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll respond. It'll probably be, man, today and tonight's going to be crazy busy. Tomorrow I'm going to be swamped. So probably, honestly, probably a couple days before I get back, realistically. I'll try to get it back as soon as I can. But I'll do my best to respond as soon as I have the capacity. I just know, like, as soon as I get off the live tonight, I'm slammed for the rest of the evening, and then tomorrow I'll be out all day. I won't even be in studio. So I'll get back as soon as I possibly can, as soon as I can. All right. I actually want to get into the drums here. Like I said, I love the 12/8. I love the structure here. The musicianship is phenomenal. Some of the work together is really good. It's really tight. And some of it's a little bit looser. I don't mind that with more fusion, right? You can be a little bit more open. I want to make sure that we can balance all of this too, especially in the percussion. It's a little funky. Let's go in the studio on Monday, hopefully, so I can work on some bits anyway. See, perfect, beautiful, fabulous. Like in here, you get a much better balance, drum and bass, right? Here's the thing that I'm listening for on the drums. Now, these are tracked live drums. I obviously don't know the miking setup. I don't know what the session looks like, right? So I'm going to make up some things in my head that are potentially a source of what's going on. And then we can kind of talk from there. I'm kind of assuming that we are running into a couple things in tandem, potentially some phasing issues. And again, phase is just phase. It's just the relationship between these different things. But it's not always an issue. Phase could be an effect, right? But in this case, it does sound like potentially some phasing issues. Shaylee, yeah, it just depends on what you're hiring for and what you need help for, what you need help with. If you need help with like collaborative writing, if you need song structure, if you need like an actual executive producer for your record to make sure that everything's pointed in the right direction. Yeah, we can work through whatever that would look like, what points would look like and stuff like that. Especially if we're going to be writing and doing top line and stuff like that, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love writing top line, melodies and structure and things like that. But yeah, right now, so a little bit of what I'm hearing here does sound like some cohesion issues, right? It does sound like some phasing issues where I'm kind of going to assume that between the mic positioning, it just depends. It depends on what all is involved. So I'll respond to your message because it really just depends on the depth of the project, what things are going to look like, what all I'm going to be taking on. So I'll let you know once I get an idea of what the project is. Then I'll have more details for you. It just really depends. Yeah, of course. So what I'm hearing right now, it sounds like the drums have kind of been pushed way outside, right? So it kind of sounds to me like maybe, and again, making this up in my mind to make sense of it a little bit. It sounds like maybe the drums were probably a little bit more narrow in their direct tracking, and then they were widened with like a widener quite a bit in order to create width where there wasn't any. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. That's what the image sounds like to me. What's happened because of that, or whatever reason this is happening, is that the middle of the mix has been hollowed out, right? So you have like a mix, maybe the drum mix was a little bit tighter, it was a little bit closer in here, and we pushed everything to the outside or just exaggerated the panning to the outside. And now the middle of the mix really doesn't have any, oh, you're good, Crest, I got you. Doesn't have any like grounding, like depth or power or impact, right? So like the snare is positioned super far off. It also sounds like potentially the overheads have a pan bias to it. So I'm gonna play it a little bit farther. So I hear like main snare offset slightly left, and then secondary main snare. Again, I'm pretty sure this is a feature of the overheads that are really, really far to the right. So I'm hearing probably what most likely is phase issues between your direct mics and your overheads. Some mic positioning issues and some phase issues between the direct mics like snare, toms, kick, and stuff like that in relation to the overheads. And so what's happening is you're getting kind of multiple signals of your snare, right? So it's like I hear the snare kind of 3 times. I kind of hear it maybe bled from the tom direct or something like that. And then I hear a little bit of it like 30% this way and a little bit of the snare 60% this way because of where that overhead panning is positioned in relationship to the center where the snare is. So that to me, and this goes back to I appreciate it. I'm trying to like build this image in my mind of what I am expecting is kind of happening in the mix so that you can find ways to mitigate it and to fix it later on. So what I would do, and I'm the biggest fan of this, is just nothing beats getting it right at the no amount of processing is going to like fix this necessarily. Getting it right at the source is the best way to mix. You know what I mean? Like tracking a vocal well at the source, choosing the right mic in the right place in the right position with the right vocalist, the right guitar to the right amp, the right drum, good tuning, good dynamic playing, good mic positioning matters more than any plugin you could ever add to it later on. Ever. And no worries, Blue, I got you. Getting it right at the source is everything. I have a live drum set here in my studio, and I'm constantly having to figure that out and deal that, right? Every different song is different. Every session I do is a little bit different, right? Sometimes I'll change out the mic. Sometimes I'll change out the drums themselves. And you're constantly having to figure out, how do I balance this? And how do I make sure that what I do as soon as the stick hits the drum, is it as good as it possibly can be from a dynamic playing standpoint, from a miking and positioning standpoint, from a tuning standpoint. Of course, tuning is a huge part of this too. In this case, I think you have a nice, like snappy, tight snare. Like it has a really good feel to it. The drums actually, feel really nice. But I do think that the majority of what I'm hearing that's giving issues is phase relationship between all of the different mics. So what I would do, if you want to keep this as easy as possible, I don't like giving too many rules for engineering and tracking and stuff like that. But if you want to go easy, I don't know what the setup is. It sounds like there's direct mics, and I know that's the hard thing, man. That is a hard thing. Let me say this before I get into the fix. Excuse me. The best session music, so I work both. I've been engineering for 13 years, a little bit longer than that, but trained in studio for about 13 years. I've been doing that for a long time, and I also work as a session musician. So every week I'm tracking drums, I'm tracking guitars, I'm tracking synths and stuff like that. The best, so this might not be everyone's case right away, but the best session musicians that I know, and I know some phenomenal session musicians. The best session musicians, or bandmates in this case, but session musicians at the core that I know are the best engineers at their instrument out there. They know their guitar pedals and their amps and the miking of their amps better than anyone. The best drummers that I know are the best engineers for drums that I know as well. They know the tuning structure, the pitch. They're tuning their toms to the key of the song. They are balancing the mic, dealing with bleed and phase issues. They know positioning and measurements better than sometimes the engineer a lot of times. They are phenomenal, right? And I talk about this all the time. Some of the best vocalists that I know are some of the best vocal producers and vocal engineers that are out there, right? The more that you're in tune with your craft, your tool, your instrument, the better your mix is going to be, even if you don't have a Grammy-winning engineer and some guy with a Billboard chart and stuff like that, right? Like just knowing your instrument and being able to track that instrument into the DAW dry will give you a better mix than a lot of people. So I would recommend, like you said, we're definitely not engineers. My advice, I say this loosely because it's not everyone's capacity, is become one for the instrument that you play, right? If you're on the keys and you're playing the stage 73, understand what that overdrive is doing. Understand, and I think you do. You're very, very, all of you are very talented. Understand what the overdrive is doing and the chorusing and phasing is doing. Understand your stereo output and how you need to get that into the DAW. Understanding when you need to control outputs and if you need to run into a preamp to clean things up. Like, if you understand that about your instrument and everyone in the band understands that about your instrument, you could just like track dry and dump it into Pro Tools and it'll sound pretty damn good. Like pretty good, right? That's what I said. Like, we're not engineers. Try to become one for your instrument. If everyone takes accountability for that, you'll be in a really, really good place. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, now back to what we're talking about with the drums, because the main, run-in that you're having right now is the drum. It's phase issues and it's drum issues, right? If you want the quickest, easiest fix, right? This is the simplest way of doing this. Just have a consistent measurement between center snare. Johnny Woods, thank you for the follow. Center snare, wherever the attack point is on the snare, center snare to each overhead, right? It's going to be longer, it's going to be a lower or higher overhead, depending on where you're doing it. So for me, my left overhead over my like high tom, hi-hats, and first crash, my 16-inch crash, is a little bit higher, and then it's down and a little bit closer on the right side over my ride and floor tom, and maybe an 18-inch crash if I have another one over there. So they're positioned a little bit differently. They're not just like set up and pointed down. In this case, I'm doing a split pair of stereo overheads on my set that I have in here. And then you measure attack point of the snare. So like center snare, let's say it's 55 inches to the top left. I'm going to bring a cable or a measuring tape, whatever. Usually I'll just use a cable, honestly. I'll just take the tip of a TRS, I'll hold it up here, and then I'll swing it over to the other overhead and then adjust the other overhead to where it's the exact same distance from the snare. What this allows you to do is you have your center kick right down the middle, right? So your kick drum, whatever it is, you're going right down the middle with that one. Your snare, typically speaking, I'll track right down the middle with the kick. So kick and snare, direct mics. In my case, I have a D12 and a 57 on the snare and a D12 on the kick. And then I have those center right down the middle. And then the overheads, if they're measured perfectly from the attack point of the snare, I can split those overheads in stereo and they'll be even, right? I won't get any weird snare biases and kick biases offset of the middle. They'll be phase aligned with my direct mics, which to me is so important, right? And you can be a little looser with this sometimes, but for the most part, if you want to mitigate a lot of these cohesion issues that you're having here, measurement can be one of the easiest ways to do that without being too fancy, right? Without being too crazy. Just take your attack point of your drum and measure it to the overheads and make sure that it's consistent. If it is, and you know that your overhead direct image, or your overhead stereo image is going to be accurate with your direct mics and kick and snare. And then your direct mics for, let's say you have 3 toms or something like that. Those direct mics, you just like position offset slightly to like line them up with the overhead image. So let's say you split the overhead 75% to the outside for a nice wide image. You could go more, but a nice wide image, 75% to the outside. Then you're going to take your, in my case, I'll typically take like my high tom. I'll go like 25% this way, maybe 20% to the right on the second, and maybe 60%, 50% to the right on the floor, line it up with the overhead image, and then everything's cohesive. Everything's lined up. That right there will give you like a really aligned, wide, vibrant mix for the drums without any collapsing. And then if you're finding that things are collapsing in phase, like some things are canceling themselves out or some things are feeling hollow and weird and wide, then zoom in on Pro Tools or whatever DAW you're using, right? Zoom in like crazy and see if anything's out of phase. If it's out of phase, flip the phase, and then you can get things back. You'll hear like the kick drum wake up like crazy. And I will typically phase align to the overheads. The overheads is like the broad image of the set. So get the overheads aligned, get them consistent, and then phase align to the overheads. If you do that, typically speaking, you'll be pretty good. Drums are complex. I love drums. I've been drumming for my whole life. I love drums. I love playing drums. I love tracking them. But it's, when you're dealing with, like in my case, I've got like 8 mics on my drum set. You're dealing with 8 instruments you got to figure out. Each one of those drums and each one of those mics are their own instrument. You got to figure out they have their own pitch, their own tonal qualities, their own attack and transients, their own like phase, correlation with everything that's around it, their own relationship to bleed, right? Like the tom mic, the high tom mic's going to pick up the hi-hats and a little bit of whatever else, like everything's going to have a little bit of kick in it. It's a nasty instrument to mix sometimes. I need to post more videos on it. It is really fun to mix, but it is like, if you don't feel super confident in mixing drums, it can be really challenging. Let me also say this again, and this is the last thing that I'll say, because this to me is the biggest thing here. And then I'll move on to the next track because I got to move pretty quick. I only have time for 2 more. The biggest thing for me is also don't feel like you have to overcomplicate. So I would say if you don't feel, and this is speaking to anyone, speaking to myself here sometimes too, but Mikhail in this issue, if you don't feel the most confident in your engineering, simplify. Right? If as an example, if you have a guitarist who doesn't feel like the most confident with like their tracking of their guitars, they need to handle more in the box or in the mix. Don't stereo track a matchless 15 and a Vox AC30 and in stereo with 2 different mics trying to line them up. Like, don't overcomplicate it. If you feel like it's if y'all are finding that like, man, we're not really engineers, but we're talented musicians, but we struggle with the technical side a little bit. We're just not quite there yet. I would highly recommend to simplify your process. In this case, honestly, what I would do is, and this is some of what you've already done. I would do 4 mics. I would go kick, snare, direct, overheads. Done. That's it. 4 mics. You have not nearly as much bleed to deal with, not nearly as many phase issues to figure out. Just do a kick and a snare, do a stereo overhead to pick up the toms, and make everything shimmery and bright and airy with a little bit of weight in the low end, and you'll be fine. Set them all in a room in the box, and you'll be ready to go. You don't even have to worry about it. I think a lot of times people, they just kind of, they get overwhelmed because they're kind of doing too much too soon. And honestly, this would sound, you don't even need the kick and snare if you don't want to. Get a pair. I have a pair of on my drum set here. They're not expensive. They're a pair of LA 120s, Loudon Audio LA 120s. They're not expensive overheads. They're $500 for the pair, which is it's not expensive for overheads. They're about $500 for the pair, $600 for the pair, something like that. And they sound awesome. I use them on acoustic guitars. I use them on rooms. I use them on drums on the overhead. You could just have those. Just set those on. Joan, thanks for tapping in. Just put those on and you're fine. You know what I mean? Like, don't overcomplicate it. Keep things simple and build from there. Start with just 2 overheads and a good balance to the 2 overheads. If the good thing about starting with less mics, and then I'll end here. The good thing about starting with less mics is you get really good at positioning. I would recommend, just as y'all are practicing songs and practicing mixing your own music at home and your own drum sets, your own studios and stuff like that, practice with the simplest thing possible. If you just have 157 on a kit, what would you do? Where would you position it? Understanding that, understanding the mic's relationship to the drums around it is going to change your world as far as understanding how it affects the mix, right? And then going to like a stereo overhead. All we have on the drums is a stereo overhead. Building that mix out will help you be like, oh, do I need these forward? Do I need them back over the kick a little bit more? Should I go wider? Should I go a little bit more narrow? Should I go with a V? Should we do a split pair? Like, how am I going to utilize these microphones? Sometimes simpler and restraint in your creative process can actually offer the most value to you, like learning the tools. I know a lot of people, and I'm not even speaking to Mikhail at this point, I'm speaking to everybody. I know a lot of people that they just get access to everything. I know a musician. He's decent. He's a pretty good musician, not great, but he's a pretty good musician. He has a great job. He has a great job. So he has a ton of money. And he just bought everything. You know what I mean? He has no idea how to use any of it. Has no clue how to use any of it. He has a ton of money, just bought every plugin out there. And so I'll be working with him. We're like building a vocal chain, and he's got all of these plugins doing all of this crazy stuff, and he has no idea how it works. And so sometimes having access to everything, having all of the tools can actually hinder you from understanding them, because you're just adding Band-Aid layers to stuff. You don't know what happened on the first plugin, so you added the second one. The second plugin, it still sounds bad, so you add the third EQ. You know what I mean? You start doing Band-Aid, processing and like Band-Aid mixing, as opposed to just like moving the mic from the source, tuning the drum better, making sure your guitar is in tune and that it's actually set up properly and that the action is good so it's not buzzing, making sure that the vocal's just not too close to the microphone, that it's got a good angle and a good pop filter, just practical early source stuff to make sure that everything is like clean and clear and really, really well established. Anyways, I know I'm ranting a lot, but y'all please show some love. I still have you up there. I only have time. Let me see. 4:57. I have a hard leave, not in like an hour. So I've got to move pretty quickly here. So I have time for 2 more. Right now, That would be Crest. Let me know if you're still in here. But first of all, please show some love to Mikhail. Mikhail, so talented. So talented. I love what y'all are doing. My core advice would just be to simplify, start over a little bit, right? At least as far as drums. This is mainly talking drums here. Everything else is pretty well balanced. And build from there. And then hopefully a couple of those tools will help you. A couple of those tips for like balancing mics and stuff like that. And just a quick reminder as well for anybody who is interested. All of these VODs are saved to the Red app, YT. All of these VODs are saved. So if you want to go back and reference a breakdown or reference a consultation again and go back and like we talked about a bunch of stuff. And if you didn't take notes or you didn't, etc., or like record anything or anything like that, then definitely go and reference the VODs. They're all labeled. So this will be, I think, episode 39 or episode 40, something like that. So definitely go check those out as well. I had to hop on my personal. I'm the vocalist for Crestfall and Beautiful. Okay, let me get this updated real quick, y'all. I got time for two more. Two more. Hold on, because I got a lot. I got to be out of here. Okay, no worries. Let me see. I gotta hold up real quick. Hey, no. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, beautiful. I got you. Yeah, I got time for two more right now. That's Crest and Senko. And then I'll save the rest for maybe Sunday. Let me see. Let me just double check. Senko, I'm looking. There's Senko. I got you. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let me get into these. Last two, and then that'll be fine. Let me send this text, y'all, because I got a really busy evening, so I gotta move pretty quickly here through these last two, and then I'll save the rest. Let me go ahead and close the line here because I don't want anybody to come in submitting late. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the lines. And again, anybody who submitted yours will always be. Let me double check here. One second. Let me see. Sorry, let me make sure I've got my evening taken care of really quick, and then we'll close out the last two tracks here. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Sounds good, Blue. And then Blue, I'm gonna bump you to Blue, so you have a boost on the next one too. I'm gonna make sure the next time that you come in, that you got a bit more. Okay, give me 1 second, Joe. I gotta use the restroom, and that way I can just focus and close out these last two. So just give me a moment, and then we'll be we'll close out these last couple tracks here. So just give me a minute, and then we'll close things out. 2 minutes, and then I think it's like Senko and Crest.
Stuck in a corner. 7 weeks marching in order. Solitude louder than jet planes. All it took for me to be sane.
fucking flaws marking the airwaves. Somebody said I could be anything. My body shakes, don't say the same thing.
I know. I like this one too. I love the drums on this one. All right. All right. Let's get into it. We got Senko in the building. We're gonna close up with these last two, and I'm gonna save everyone else's from this point. Let's dive in. We're gonna move at a good pace because I got to be out of here pretty quick. All right, this is Comanche Senko music. You know the deal, Senko. I'm going to read through this. If there's any other context that you have, let me know. Soundmind and Timbaland got me convinced I can start producing my ideas with the help of AI. I have serious health issues, so I had to pull back from my live version until I get my idea. So I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Until I get my idea solid. Process is uploading a demo track and sung vocals and arranging on top of that. This song is a song I am writing for close friends who are getting married, writing the story of how they met and how they came together. The fantasy they had a musicians realized. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, give me some context on kind of what your, let me get this open here. On like what is the like timeline of the song? What's kind of going to happen with the song? Are you planning on eventually getting some musicians on here or kind of keeping these demos as they are? Let me know. Any context that you have on that, let me know. And is there any live instrumentation on this? Or is everything that all the different layers here that I'm hearing generated? Let me see. There we go. It will all be live. Okay, cool. Got you. All right, this is Comanche. And then this is mixed by Soundmind, right? Beautiful. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Five days a week at the lakeside mark. Barcode beeps like a tidal.
Welcome back.
Coffee rings on the counter stain.
Do you have a vocalist in mind already?
Seems like the same three songs keep playing.
Little country vibe.
The lake holds the sky like a cheap blue mirror. Boats drift by, never getting much nearer.
Hey, okay.
In the doorway, watch the daylight pour like loose change rolling off the floor. When the line dies down and the lights go soft, I flip that close sign and I drift aloft. Oh, guitar leaning by the ice machine, I tune it to the buzz of the flickering beams.
Love that guitar. That's really nice. Victor, welcome in.
You came in once with the mail in the rain, droplets dancing on the window pane. Ask you play that thing or is it just for show? I said I know a few chords.
This would be fun. This would be fun to sing.
You sang one line and the room came to life. Even the freezing light seemed to shine from inside.
We joke about it a little bit, but I mean, I grew up out. It's so funny because I'm such a like, I don't know. I'm such a like a city studio person, but I grew up on acreage outside of the city with horses and animals and whatever stuff like that. We used to raise a bunch of different animals and had a they called it a ranch, but we had like I think 15 acres at the time. And I worked with our neighbor who had another 150 acres next door, took care of their cattle and stuff. So it's funny. It's like as someone who's like doesn't really do a lot with like country music and stuff like that. It's like my whole childhood actually. It's so funny.
My fingers found tabs and your voice ran free.
Yeah, 100%.
I was the frame for the picture they all came to see. We played those lakeside bars, Friday night dives, tip jars filled with crumpled wine. your voice over the buzz.
You wrote all the lyrics, right? Because you uploaded a vocal demo.
And the cheap beer foam, I was just the show.
Oh, I might have missed it. I gotta pull up the live over here.
I got caught up in your fantasy.
Got you.
Like a storefront window catching movie scenes. Thought I'd be the shadow in the backline band. Now I'm out on the road, guitar in my hands, from a quiet life to
I don't think
a big marquee. You were chasing dreams.
I think for some reason, they TikTok blocked that comment. I'm pretty sure. Because I was wondering, I was like, dude, I don't think that I hate it when that happens, because then people will be like, dude, why isn't he answering me? I don't think that came through, unless someone else saw it. If someone else saw it, let me know. I went back through some of the messages, like, wait, I actually don't think I saw that. Sometimes TikTok's weird and it just like blocks random stuff. So it might have hindered that comment for no reason. I'm sorry if that happened.
And they carried me, getting caught up in your fantasy. Now together we fall in love. It's just you and me.
Love the progression changes. The melodic structure is really nice. I think that just you and me. I think that could be polished a little bit. Obviously, with the real vocal, that could be actually, it could be molded a little bit better. Just on the transition right in there. But I think it'd be really interesting to open that up a little bit more. We're about to close up. Victor, I would absolutely love to hear your music. I'm not going to be live. I'm going to be out of here in the next like 30 minutes. Thank you, Crest. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. I'll be out of here after this. I got time for one more song after this. This is all I'm able to do tonight, because I have a hard out in the next like 30 minutes where I got to get out of here. But I will not be, I'll be busy all day tomorrow. I'm going to be out of commission completely. But Sunday, I know I have a call with another artist I'm working with. I got a call with them for a couple hours. And then if not Sunday, probably Monday, maybe Sunday, but definitely Monday. I'm usually live throughout the week. So definitely Monday I'll be live again. So if y'all are wanting a consultation, anyone coming in, just make sure you're following. We'll make sure that you're solid, ready to go. You can, Grady. If you want to fight it out, you definitely can. I got to update this real quick. So, let me clear Senko. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, because that'll be one more after this. So right now, I have Crest and Grady. So I got time for one more. Like I said, sometimes we get into a little bit of a bidding battle. If that happens, whoever is not heard, of course, you're always going to be saved. You never have to worry about missing out on your song. You never have to worry about me listening without you here any other time or something like that. So just because I know there's a couple people up on the board that are probably not going to be able to be heard tonight, just keep in mind that I will save that to make sure that you're good to go. I got you, Grady. I got you, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'll update everything as soon as I finish this song. Okay. Whoops. Where did it go? There we go.
These days it's stadiums instead of aisles, ocean of faces instead of tired grocery smiles. Yeah, name on the screen where the sky used to be, and I still hear the lake lapping quietly.
And then Derek said, I will have piano, maybe a mandolin player if I can find it. Yeah, a mandolin would be nice. Also, I could hear like a banjo sequence, even just like kind of a simple, like you're kind of following it. Right? Like it's just like really natural. And then I think it goes. Like it has a change in progression on the B section right there. But it could be nice to kind of just have it like like on either, like you said, like a mandolin, I think would actually be nice. A mandolin actually could be really nice, but a mandolin or a banjo could be really just kind of subtle in the background, something kind of plucked and tight, could be really nice. And then some tasteful strings. Like it could be nice to have, like if you have like the main progression of the main progression there with like a mandolin, the piano underneath, and then just some pops in there of like a pizzicato string, like plucked cello, or definitely. I'm playing. It sounds busy on piano. I'm talking about doing something like this with the mandolin, right? Just like little picked patterns on the mandolin. this piano sounds way bigger than it should. And then just really simple on the piano structure as well. And then just some I'm spitballing here. I'm just, exaggerating a little bit to see what could fit in there. Is it I not 2? Am I saying that correctly? Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you being here. Having just dun 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 dun, just like a string pizzicato, like a plucked string. Dun 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 dun. Like just really light little accents to what the piano's doing, what the mandolin's doing. Fiddle me this. Yeah, exactly. And then that's something, if you have like a string in there, just like dun, doo, doo, dun, that's just like following a little pluck in the background, that allows you to open that up a little bit once you move into the hook, if you feel like it. But I like the idea of keeping this really raw, like acoustic ukulele, maybe strings in the background, like we said, and very, very like, an upright bass kind of a feel, like not too, obviously the way this is produced here with the generated stuff is much more modern sounding, right? It's all very exaggerated and on the grid and all of that stuff. It's all like really, really structured. Of course, it's going to sound a lot more modern and polished. I like the idea of it being maybe a little bit more raw, not too like modern pop country, like modern, rock and pop country. I like the idea of keeping it pretty simple, like pretty bare bones outside of it just being polished really well in the mix. Let me see how your stream works. Like, is it paid fee or like in order? So yeah, so these are paid consultations. So we typically listen to artists and producers and songwriters and engineers. They send in their music. We spend about 30 minutes a piece, 20 to 30 minutes a piece, breaking down the song structure, listening to the song multiple times, 2 to 3 different times through the song, to get into the mix, production structure, sound design choices, songwriting and formatting, stuff like that. Like I said, about 30 minutes per artist. And so people submit and they skip and they move forward if they want to go faster and stuff like that. We'll typically do anywhere from like 6 to 12 songs a day, just after I finished my other projects and work for the day. And then we'll hop on here. We'll do a batch of consultations. I'm usually live, I would say probably 4 or 5 times a week. Trying to do it as consistently as I can, but it doesn't always work with some of my other sessions and stuff. But yeah, that's the structure. The line, that's what you're seeing on the board, is a line of people that have submitted. I kind of don't want with brushes. A shaker's nice. Yeah, I think you can go full sticks. I think I'm trying, like looking at my drum set. I'm like, what can you do? I think you could go full sticks. Let's see. I think you could probably still have you could still go pretty punchy, just simple, right? So let's say you have a ukulele, a nice double-tracked big, I'm like, a Gibson J big sounding acoustic, right? Like a nice large sounding acoustic, tight acoustic drums with a fat snare, a solid like jazz bass, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe some pedal or some like steel in the background, some slides in the background, really light. Of course, I appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, I think you could still keep pretty heavy sound design while keeping it actually really simple, like you said, grounded. Just not too, I don't think you need like 808s and claps like modern country. I think that's mainly what I'm talking about. Yeah, the demo has a slide and I really like it. I think you can still go modern, especially if we do anything on the vocals, right? You can still go pretty modern while keeping it simple. Drums, bass, light strings, ukulele, a slide, and like a fiddle over the top. Like, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. You just don't need like snaps and claps and an 808 and another like synth arpeggio, which is like a lot of like modern Keith Urban or something. You know what I mean? Where it's like, this is more a pop song than it is a country song. Okay, let me move a little faster. Oh, I mainly want to get the vibe. I'm getting too deep into the production as I can. I want to get the vibe check on this because I know that's largely what you're here for.
Sometimes I miss that buzzing neon sign, the way dusk drew a silver pencil line between the boats and the gravel shore.
Definitely.
Between who I
like, this could easily be a cross stick on a drum. Boom, boom. I could easily be a cross stick. It doesn't have to be too poppy.
I was and who I'm playing for, but when you find me in the hallway light, take my hand before another night.
This would be fun. I mean, these melodies are really nice. These melodies are really, really clean.
I know I'm where I always had to be, just a kid from that old Lake Comanche. And I got caught up in your fantasy, like a song on the wind through the poplar trees. Thought I'd be the ghost on
What's up, Derek? Welcome in, man. Thank you for the
I'm
heartbeat.
the one you whisper to when the crowd goes numb. From a quiet life to a big marquee, you were chasing dreams and they carried me getting caught.
Love the repetition of the melody there. That's really nice, man. Sounds good, Derek. I'm glad you're here, man. We're getting into our last tracks here. We got one more track after this. I think Grady's going to close us up, and then we'll be on again either Sunday or Monday, probably.
Up in your fantasy. Now together we fall in
Dang,
love.
Crest.
It's just you
Dang.
and
Okay,
me.
here's what I got to move quick because I got. Let's see, 508. I got to move fast. If y'all don't mind me moving at a good pace, because I know I typically take a long time. If you don't mind me moving at a good pace, I'll get to these last two. But I can't spend 30 minutes on it because I got to get out of here pretty quick. But I will try to fit both you and Grady in if I'm a little bit more succinct, and we'll get through the full song. Obviously, we never not listen to it. We're gonna listen to the whole thing. We'll give all the details. We'll chop through it. But if I can move at a pretty good pace, I'll get to both of y'all if you don't mind. And that good pace is still like 15 minutes. Like it's still a pretty long time.
Getting caught up in your fantasy.
Dang, Derek.
From the lakeside store to the balcony.
I appreciate you so much, Grady, Crest. I appreciate y'all a lot.
Now together we fall in
That's pushing it.
love.
Well, because we go back through it. Anytime we go back through it, obviously that pushes it a little bit more.
Just you and me. Now together we fall in love. It's just you and me.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Y'all, please show some love to Derek Santa. This is the family. We love Derek, man. I have had the honor and privilege to hear a lot of Derek's music, to have worked with him, in the past. He's an amazing, amazing person. Just beautiful, beautiful musicianship. Great curator of musicians and music. You're not missing out. I'm sorry. What am I saying? If you don't know Derek, you are missing out. Definitely go check out Derek Sena. Check out Senko Music. Follow him. Listen to the music that he's putting out, man. I really like the feel of this. I like the vibe of this quite a bit, man. It's really, really cool. And if I have an opportunity to do something on this, dude, I would love to. And help with building out the structure of it vocally and even musically as necessary. It's a really, really cool structure, man. I feel like it's very warm and inviting to listen to. Feels really, really smooth and dynamic. I think it's perfect for the structure that you're imagining, and actually placing this, like you said, like I think you mentioned like weddings, right? Let me go back to the thing right here. Let me see. Oh yeah, writing for the friends who are getting married. I could see this. Yeah, exactly. I could see this doing really, really well as a love song, even just for people's content for anniversaries and weddings and stuff like that. It's really, really beautiful. Y'all, please show some love. Excuse me. Show some love to Derek. That's Derek Sena, Senko Music, right there in the chat. Again, this is just good people. It's that's one of the family here, one of the brothers. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming in with this. Very, very, very talented, man. So please show some love to Sena. I know you've been in and out with the music and your ability to do stuff. So I'm just so grateful, man, that you're here, that you're around. Appreciate you more than you know, man. Genuinely, y'all, please give it up for Senko. Okay, I'm gonna move quick through these last two, y'all. We're still gonna do the whole thing, but we're gonna move quick. So let's get in Crest. Let's get Crest going here really quick, and then we'll get into the last one. I gotta move at a good pace here. We're still gonna do the whole thing. I'm not gonna rush anything necessarily. But I'm gonna try to get through both of y'all. I'm just gonna have to move at a good pace. So we got Crest, then we got Grady. That line is closed. That is completely it. No side quest. Don't mention synths. If you mention synths, we're off the rails. No mention of synths. No mention of the 80s. And then we'll get through these. So let's get into it. We got Crestfallen. This is off our debut EP, which is available everywhere. Sending YouTube link because it has lyrics on screen. Thank you for your time. All right, let's get into it. Let's dive in. This is a video by Robert Vervalen. Let's get into it. This is called Reliance, featuring Bianca Schmidt. Let's dive in. Give me all of the details. Crestfallen. Shot the video right here. That's Robert. Talk to me about the band. Talk to me about the structure that we're hearing here. And honestly, any way that I can help, any way that I can help facilitate what you're looking to get out of this consultation, let me know. I have a feeling it's about to get kind of heavy. Is it? about to get heavy. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And then Grady, you're going to close us up. You're going to close us up, Grady. There it is. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it. I was like, something's coming. I could feel it. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go. Woo. Great tension. Nice, nice. Are you doing anything in the band itself? Just remind me really quick. Are you the vocalist? Vocals, that's right. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Really great double track in the guitars. Super tight, it's heavy. That's gotta be like a 6-string down tune to the F. Wild. Woo. Heavy. It's a drummer perspective mix, which I love. I love. I'm so much more of a fan of drummer perspective panning than I am audience perspective. I don't know what it is. Great fry. Come on. Woo! Come on. This is killer, man. This is killer. Where are y'all based out of? Oh, those arpeggios are beautiful. Yeah. Jamie Pass session drummer. Nice. Yeah. Charleston, Indiana, but I'm stationed in California. This is wild. Great mix, too. Who did the mix? Love the feature with the female vocal, too. Come on. Beautiful fry screen, man. Beautiful fry screen. Yeah, it's a beautiful mix. There's a lot, it's a wall of sound. There's a lot of noise, but that vocal still slices through the middle of the mix. Surrounded by energy. It's really nice. Great clarity and separation. Love these dynamics, too. Solid. Hey, sounds good, Derek. I appreciate you so much. Hey, good night to you as well, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by, man. Stay warm. I like this, man. Love the dynamics. The visuals are really cool too. Yo, give it up one time, man. No, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Show some love. Show some love. That's Crestfall. The song is called Reliance, featuring Bianca Schmidt. I'm assuming it's on a platform, so I'm going to pull it up over there so we the next breakdown we can go through. So let's pull this up over here. Yeah. This is really nice, man. It's really, really well done. So I think this is y'all right here. Nope, that's not it. Crestfallen. Nope. Let me see. Let's see. What was it called? Reliance. Let's get it. All right, let's pull it up. And then Grady, you're going to close this out in the next couple of minutes. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. Okay, let's get into it, man. Y'all, please, if y'all like what you hear, and you should, it was very, very well done. Show some up to Crestfallen US right here. Really, really well done. That is called Reliance. It looks like this is off an EP that came out last year. So if you like what you hear, there is a 4-track EP called The Wounds That Shape Us. I like that name. The Wounds That Shape Us by Crestfallen. Came out last year. It's 4 songs. I really, really like the dynamics on this. I like the sound design. I like the feel. It is really, really well mixed. It's really, really well balanced. Like I said, you do have a wall of sound. You have proper double tracks of these like low. It's a low F. This is like a 6-string low baritone guitar, tight wound, really, really low tuning on the guitar, heavy double tracks, great structure on the drums, and the vocal still chops through right in the middle of the mix. It's very, very nicely done. So there's nothing I would correct about this. I think it sounds great. So anything that I want to do, I want to go back and chop through the song, and just showcase some of the things that y'all are doing really, really well, some things that anybody can look out for, and draw inspiration from, and how you're building some of the structure of this production yourself. It's beautiful. I like this a lot, y'all. Once again, that is Reliance by Crestfallen. Let's dive in. It's out on all platforms, so go stream it, go add it to your playlist, go like the track, go follow on Spotify, all of that good stuff. Let's get into it. It's really cool. It feels very cinematic. Like I said, like I figured it was about to get really, really heavy, but there's so much anticipation. There's so much buildup and energy right there. I love it. I love it a lot. I love this like long, like Valhalla reverb, super, super open on the intro right here. It leaves so much space, so much ambiance. Almost has like a, dude, you've got to, who could you work with? Who could you work? You might already be doing this. You need to work with an EDM producer, like a really talented, heavy electronic producer. I almost thought this was going to be an EDM song when I first heard Bianca's vocals. You should find a really, really, like not just anyone, but find a really talented, like heavy EDM producer and send them the track outs. Send them the multi-track and have them do a remix to this and then split it. Grady Finch said, bro, hit me up. Give them the vocals and some of the multi-track and have them create like a heavy EDM remix to this. And because I feel like, because when I hear this right here, this whole intro, this is made for electronic. This vocal, being able to like isolate that vocal, stack it and push it forward and saturate it heavy with a big EDM breakdown, you know, like just a huge heavy breakdown. I feel like here's the reason why. It's not because this needs it, right? Because this is gorgeous. Y'all are fabulous. This is amazing. The reason why is because it gives the song a second life. You split, just go 50-50 down the middle. Say, hey, we wrote the song, we produced the song. We'll split publishing, we'll split sync fees, we'll split split the mechanical down the middle and give it to a really like talented producer. Give it to someone who's really, really good, maybe that also has some movement, and just split it all down the middle and re-release the song as a remix, because this will hit a completely different audience. a completely different audience, right? That will bring fans. Like this song might do amazing for you, and then that song might go viral. That song might be played at a festival. That's, like it gives it a different life in a completely different environment that will still give you royalties and will still lead back to streams on the original song. That to me would be such, I hear this intro and I'm like, dude, this would be such a good heavy EDM track. Anyways, think about that. Try to find some people that kind of like do it in that vein and just send out the multi-track. You don't even have to do the work. That's what's nice, is you don't even have to do the work, but you could hit, I don't know. There's some EDM records that are bigger than the original. You know what I mean? Like there was some like Coldplay, like what was that? I feeling drunk and high. Like there's some really popular like early 20 teens EDM records that were far more popular than the original song. They remix the song, and like Chainsmokers have done this. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done this. Like the original did really well. The original had 3 million streams. That's pretty good. But then the remix of the song has 2 billion streams. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it just hits a different audience, takes on a new life, and it's not to like degrade the other one. Like it's not to like, it doesn't dilute the original. It just puts it into a different audience that might be more palatable to more people and still honor the original. So anyways, something to think about. You don't have to do that. You can also ignore that. But remixes can help. Exactly. It takes this song, and let's say the song gets 50,000 streams and you crush it, right? Y'all have 368 monthly listeners right now. Let's say you crush it. You get 50,000 streams on this. And then all of a sudden a remix of this song gets 4 million. It goes viral on TikTok. It does something different without you having to do anything. They get to promote it too, because it gets them money, gets them streams. And next thing you know, that 50,000 becomes like 180,000. You know what I mean? Like it really just, it funnels back. So I would think about it. I honestly don't say that to a lot of rock artists, because not everyone has a structure that allows for that. I think you do here. I gotta move faster. Okay, let's get into it. Because I would love this vocal. It only exists here. Tapping with Grady. Dude, the beautiful thing about remixes is as long as you give people the rights to it, dude, work with 20 of them. Just blast it out there. Put the song in front of everyone. Send it to a lo-fi person. Send it to someone who does house club remixes. Send it to someone who does heavy EDM. Send it to a crazy dub, someone who does like progressive metal trap. You know what I mean? Like send it to a bunch of people and get it out there. Because I would love, this vocal only exists here largely outside of her harmonies later on. And I would love for it to hold its own space on either like an EDM record or just even in this record here, to have a little bit more clarity to that. But everything else that y'all are doing, man, it's beautifully done. Let's get into this main structure here. Great space. It's a beautiful mix. It's warm, it's vibrant, it's wide without feeling hollow in the middle. This is really, really beautifully done. I love the mix on this. Drums are snappy and punchy. Vocal structure is really, really prominent without being like too isolated from the production. It's beautiful. Like you're hearing these really massive drums, right? These huge drums. Double track guitars that are heavy. It's all the way, I mean, it's detuned all the way to an F, a low F. This is a low, additional string guitar. Like it's a 7 or 8 string guitar in this case. It's super, super low, detuned. It's heavy, but you never lose clarity on the vocal. That's impressive. Yeah, great mix, phenomenal mix. Don't touch it. Whoever you're working with, keep working with them. Those are beautiful stacks. Harmony structure is great. Those double-tracked harmony vocals that do your main like stabilizing for your hook beyond the lead vocal with the scream with the fry. That is beautifully positioned. It's wide, it's punchy, it competes with the guitar. The guitar's heavy. It competes with the double track right there in a way that I feel like still offers you a ton of clarity. I'm not mad at anything about this. This is great, man. This is a great example of a heavy track like this. Very, very well done. And also really good range for your fry screams too, man. from those low, more guttural growls at the bottom, all the way to your higher, like mixed fries at the top. I mean, your range vocally is really impressive, man. Really, really impressive. Nasty, of course. Oh, the syncopation, bring it back, bring it back. Like the range and fry, just in those 2 bars right there, it's nasty. Woo, come on. That syncopation's gross. I like it. And the riffs are tight. The riffs are tight. Is the guitarist close, or is everyone session? Is it you as the artist kind of, and everyone else is session, or how is that facilitated? Because I know you're on vocals. Is everyone else kind of brought in to make the band? There's another artist that I've worked with that they did the same thing. Or is there anyone that you're working with a little bit more closely? This is nice, man. This is really, really well done. Very professional, very polished. Me, guitarist, and bassist are close. Session drummer. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you were all, and I have worked with some artists that were all session. It was a lead vocalist, and they were a session band. So they were everywhere. They're all over the place. And the lead, they still worked it out, but sometimes things would get kind of disconnected because they'd be working with some drummer in Australia, a Fiverr, and they'd like play the drums, and then they'd have to retrack the bass again because it didn't match the drums that they originally recorded. Like, it can be a little bit disconnected. In this case, things are tight, man. They're really, really good. Really, really solid pocket. Let's get into this last hook here. So like here, I would like to hear that female vocal give a tighter structure to your main screams right there, just because it is so incredibly dynamic. I went to Charlestown from California to record my vocals. Crazy. That's crazy. That's an investment. Worthwhile though, man. Worthwhile, which is why I'm like, squeeze this song for all it is, right? Like, it's an investment to make music at this level, right? Like, there are ways to make music cheaply. Yes, you can get a Scarlett and an AT2020 and you can chill and just make whatever you want from your laptop. That is so totally valid, and you should do that. To make music at this level takes a bit of investment. It takes musicians, it takes meeting, it takes tracking, it takes a good engineer. It's a bit of it, like you said, you flew to another, you flew 2,000 miles in order to track your vocals for this record. It's an investment, right? So that's why I'm kind of like, man, my main, if there was a tip, you don't need any engineering tips or production tips or musicianship tips. This is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's well structured. Y'all are all very, very talented. Keep doing what you're doing. My tip would be to squeeze this song for all that it is, man. Send it out to 10 different people. Try to get it placed, get it in, get this pitched. Start cold emailing this song to publishers and agents. Get this song out there, get it placed, get it, get your money back. You know what I'm saying? This is a great investment of a record. It's about the art, but this is a great investment of a record. And you should squeeze this for all it is, man. Send it out to some, phenomenal producers and DJs and stuff like that. Get it in sets, get it in festivals. You should squeeze this, man. It's a really, really good record. Vocals are nuts, man. Crazy. That riff is so nasty. It's so good. Y'all show some love. That is Crestfallen from the EP that is out on all platforms, The Wounds That Shape Us. The song is called Reliance. If you like what you hear, this song is released on all platforms. Go stream it. Go add it to your playlist. Go like the track. Go follow on Spotify and other DSPs. And more than anything, go repeat it. Go share it with other people. Use it in your content. Post it on platforms. Dude, Crest, I cannot wait to hear more from y'all. Beast of musicians. Beast of a vocalist. Just absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I cannot wait to hear more from y'all. Very, very, very talented, man. Y'all should be incredibly proud of the work that you're putting in. One more time, give it up one time for Crestfall in US right here in the chat on all platforms. Go show it some love. Let's get into this last track. I gotta move. We've got Grady Finch in the building. This is Alive by Grady Finch, who's right here in the chat. We got some heavy EDM coming in. They did all of the production and clean vocals. I had someone do the harsh vocals. Let's get into it. Grady, we're gonna move at a good pace, but we're gonna dive in. Let's run it. I gotta get out of here. This is great back to back. This almost sounds like the same band. Nice. Let's go, Grady. Clean vocals, nice, man. Are these sequence drums? Gotcha. What's up, Arrow? Good to see you. Come on. That vocal right there is someone else, right? The clean is you. Come on. It's got you. Nasty. Love the build-ups. Crazy. Woo. Nasty. Grady, your voice is awesome, man. Nasty. Yeah, that lead voice is so clean, so clear. Come on. Beautiful, beautiful. Y'all, show some love to Grady. We're going to move quick. I'm going to go straight into it. We're going to tackle a couple things in here, man. Honestly, this is so close. This is so close. That is Alive by Grady Finch. Man, you're a phenomenal producer. I love the movement into EDM there. I love the change in sound design. It's so dynamic. It's so interesting. Your lead vocal's crazy. The additional screams in there as well. Those really, really guttural screams are so impressive and really well balanced as well. Mixed and produced and written by Grady Finch. Y'all show some love. Let's tackle a few quick things here. I think you can have like one revision on this to just polish slightly. I want to talk about formant shifted vocals on low transitions and drums. Just those two things, and then we'll move pretty quick. So let's dive into it so I can get out of here here in the next couple minutes. But man, show some love to Grady Finch. You're a monster, man. Both of y'all. That is, I didn't realize how close of a match y'all would actually be as far as how y'all process and how y'all do what you do. That's actually like that would be a great combination right there. That would be great. All right, let's get it. Nasty. Same thing. Great range and screams right there. Good gating, good stutters on the guitar too. It makes it feel obviously very like progressive metal. It feels very modern in its gating and its stutters and stuff like that. Okay, let's just really quickly talk drums. Just one thing I want to bring up. The thing that is really really difficult with sequence drums with metal is when they become too consistent and just texture, right? Like it can you're always at like 120. I mean, there's some distinctions here, so I don't want to overgeneralize, but it can all feel like 127 velocity, snappy, slicey, and it's the same sample, right? Dude, it's nuts, Crest. It's so impressive. Like the range is driving me nuts. It's crazy. It can start to sound too consistent of the samples, right? Like it's just so consistent every time like the snare and the kick hits and stuff like that. I would suggest, and right now in this particular issue or in this particular session right now, I feel like the drums compared to a lot of the other mounts miss a little bit of body, just a little bit like low mids, some warmth to that snare. You're getting a lot of the sharpness and the transients, and that's made more obvious by the sample, right? Because it's a really consistent, snappy, sharp, transient snare and kick and stuff like that. So that high end feels pretty rigid. What I would do is just warm up the drums a little bit, right? So like maybe not so top heavy, and maybe a little bit of a better balance and warmth in the mids and the low mids of it. So there's a little more weight to the drums without it being muddy on the low end. Just very tasteful. I mean, we're talking dBs here and there, a little bit more warmth and weight there. And then I would personally like saturate these slightly. I just want to like soften, like when I say soften, I mean like soften the transients, not necessarily like soften the performance, because obviously that's the opposite. We want it hard, we want it crazy. But soften the transient so it doesn't feel just tinny and slicey, but it feels like saturated and harmonic and musical. That's really important, especially when you're using, of course, like MIDI drums and sequences, VSTs and stuff like that. It just, especially if it's like good drums and stuff like that, they can tend to be a little bit rigid. Slates and get good drums. They can be a little bit rigid, and you feel like you've heard the same snare a bunch of times, as opposed to a real snare where every time that you hit it and every time that you move it around, it's going to feel a little bit different because you hit the snare and it moves. You're hitting it in a different place with a different velocity, and so that would be like two things really quick on the drums. I would just warm them up a little bit so that they don't feel so digitally, artificially exaggerated, right? Like too bright or too punchy, but they feel, or too triggered even though triggering is pretty popular even live too. You can soften it a little bit and give it some harmonics, give it some tasteful, it's not an 808, right? But like give it some tasteful like tape saturation to just like soften some of that top end, give it some meat and give it some presence. Honestly, tasteful saturation, you might not even need to EQ again. Saturation enough can introduce some of that warmth and that harmonic that you might be looking for. So start maybe with some saturation. If it still needs some fullness, then you can address like 400 to 800 hertz and give it a little bit more drive there. Let's push forward just a little bit, and then I just want to talk about your low vocals, and then I'll hop off the live. This is it. Yep, both of them, man. These last two tracks, y'all got me hype. I gotta hop off of here and just like go about everyday life after this. Y'all got me hyped. This is crazy. Y'all are amazing, man. Shout out to Grady. Shout out to Crest. Y'all are awesome. Got you, Arkeel. Got you. Okay. I'm going to go into the second part that you do this year too, because your breakdowns are phenomenal. They're great. And then I want to get into the EDM section just for a brief moment. I love the energy on this track. I love so much about what you're doing here. I personally would love for your actual vocal to cut through like a little bit more here. So you have like little altar boy drive and formant shifting right here, I'm assuming, or something similar, like Waves Gender Bender or formant shift, a little altar boy. You have that formant shift on your vocal, but I do lose any separation of that vocal. And that might be partially the point, but if you can dry up slightly, go 10% back. If it's bring it to an aux and feed it in or something like that, so we maintain a little bit more clarity for your lead vocal. I love the effect is so cool, but I actually lose the song part of the song in that effect a little bit, and I would love to maintain just a hair more. It's such a cool effect. It's such a cool feel, but I don't want to lose you in it. But I do want it to be there. I do still want it to be distorted. I do still want it to be really heavy. So maybe just dial the mix back on, if it's a little altar boy, right? Dial the mix back 15% and just let a little bit more of that lead cut through, so you still get the effect, you still get the energy, you still get the overdrive, you still get the formant shifting, because I do love the way that feels, while still maintaining a little bit more clarity and distinction from the lead vocal. And then I think you'll be good. I'll double check on the second section as well. Is it Azu? Thank you so much for tapping in. We're doing long form consultations. This is our last track of the day. You caught us on the last one here, but yeah, these are long form, detailed 30-minute consultations for artists and producers and songwriters and engineers. And we do this for a couple hours nearly every day. Yeah, it's our last one for today, but we'll be back either Sunday or Monday. We typically go live just after I finish my sessions for the day and my projects for the day. I'll go live for, I'd say, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, 2 to 5 hours, depending on the project load and session load of that day. Usually probably 5 days a week, something like that. So I'll be out tomorrow. I might be back on Sunday, but I'll for sure be back on Monday. Because I love the stutters and the movement there. Like I said, I love the overdrive and the formant shifts there, but I still want to like kind of know what is being stuttered. I still want to kind of know what is being reflected there and what is being mirrored in the processing there. So I would love just to readdress that processing. Let me move. I'm going to hear the breakdown. Yeah. Blech, nasty, crazy. I love it, dude. It's absolutely killer. Let's go into the second breakdown into the EDM really quick, and then we'll hop off. Grady, this is killer. It's such a good record. You're right there. That's what I'm saying. This is like a little more, just a hair. I don't want it to be too clear. I don't want it to be like a robotic, sterile pop song. It's not what it's going to be. A hair back, I think you can open it up slightly. This is nasty. You're a 20-minute revision, a 20-minute creative revision away from this being done. It's so good. Like same thing here. Like it would be nice to hear a lead supported by formant, as opposed to like a low formant shift, as opposed to it being the full structure of the vocal. I think just a hair less. I like the way that it's filtered out though. Like the most of what I hear you doing here is really nice. Let's build this up here. Great sound design shifts. Percussion and main synths are gorgeous. I think you could probably crunch up the arpeggio coming down, that little interlude right there. That could probably have a little bit more crunch to it, so it offers more to the mix without you just turning it up. Main percussion structure, beautiful, snappy, punchy, good sidechain, good movement and swing from that. Percussion is great. Your main stack of synths is super heavy, like super saw in the background, super heavy, incredibly dynamic. I think you could punch more, even just something tasteful compression to just like punch that background synth forward. Cause I like that it's a little daintier, you know, if that makes sense. Like I like that it's a good contrast from the heaviness of the rest of the production, but I think we can snap it a little bit, right? So either just crunching it up a little bit more on the overdrive, but a tighter gate or a tighter decay, or just like tightening it up with like a really fast compressor to just sharpen it and push it forward a little bit would be nice. Not necessary, but would be nice. It's so good. I love that you move back too. Fantastic. Killer, Grady. Is that your high vocal? Is that your vocal in the background? Your range is nuts, man. That's great. It's crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, your voice is nuts, Grady. Crazy. No pitch shifting. It's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all, show some love to Grady Finch right here in the chat, the GOAT. Man, you're so talented. I mean, it's so dynamic. You're so incredibly and wildly talented. Your voice range, your vocal range is just nuts. It's nuts, man. You're so good. You're such a talented producer. Like I said, you're 20 minutes away from a really polished, really powerful, dynamic revision on this track, and then you're ready to go. You can send it out, and you'll be beyond ready, man. It's so beautifully done. Everybody on any of the 3 platforms that we're live on right now, show some love and support to Grady Finch. Dude, beautifully done. Man, what a beast. What an incredible performance. Y'all, give it up one more time for Grady. That's going to close this up for today. Quick reminder, if anybody would ever like to work, before I got to hop off of here really quick. If you ever want to work, you need production, you need session work, drums, guitars, synths, vocals, you need a mix and mastering engineer, etc. Shoot me a message on TikTok or Instagram, or reach out through the contact form on the obsidiankey.com, and we'll get in touch. I love and appreciate y'all so much. We'll be back with more music either Sunday or most likely Monday. I got some other offline calls I got to make with some work with artists I got to do, so I'll probably take Sunday off. Not positive, though. We'll see. Maybe Sunday, but we'll be back on Monday as well. I love and appreciate y'all. Y'all have an amazing rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see y'all very, very soon.